I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back.
No mess ups.
Yes.
We got through it like, we should be able to
be
at almost
after this
100,
long,
almost 100 episodes.
To be fair, I think that's actually the first time we've actually really fucked it up since the beginning.
Since way back. Yeah.
It's not like remember the trailer episode took me like 4 takes.
Hey, things happen. Nobody heard all
And that
of
wasn't
the
even
mistakes.
scripted. I was just like, I don't know how to talk into a microphone.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
You get comfortable with it. The two things that have happened in the long time we've been recording, we've gotten used to talking to the microphone.
That's going to be helpful later when I was terrible in promo class
and we've
wrestling.
gotten used to drinking beer, and that one maybe doesn't work in our favor because that's why sometimes now we drink too much. Think back, Sandlot, we drank one can this size,
and we shared it, didn't we? Or
Yes.
did we each have one?
No, we each have
okay.
but one
still,
can.
That was really good. That s'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get some.
And it was
more of that.
9%. I remember. So think about that. One can at 9%. And we were lit. And then 2 weeks ago,
We drank 9%.
or 2 or 3,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, sometime in the last little bit, we drank 3 9%ers.
It's all that training we've been doing off camera.
But that's a great segue point for us.
So
I'm glad that we've been doing so good at
we're
these.
doing so good.
So the reason that's a great segue for us is because that 9%er was a double high pitch and a baseball movie. So we had both a beer from Hi-Wire and a baseball movie. Today we are doing both.
The same thing.
Beer.
We got another one. We got another one from Hi-Wire Brewing, and this time it's a low pitch. We're going in low, so you got to kind of swoop at it.
This time a hazy IPA. I don't remember, but they're
I think
all
the
a little
last
bit
one was a
different.
double, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Double high pitch because
So
it's
it was
a
a
double
double
IPA.
yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
think of it either until you started.
But so they've got 2 more. We will be getting these. We won't set up the names, but they do have 2 more.
Yep.
They're all different styles of IPAs,
And they all have a baseball
and they're all
connection.
pitched.
They're all
pitching.
pitch.
So we will have 2 more baseball movies coming up. We still haven't even decided. We've got a list.
Yeah.
There's some good ones. We'll be debating. Well, I guess both said the beer. I've not said the movie yet. This time we're doing.
We were so good with the segue.
We
We almost
were, and
glossed right over the movie.
Yeah. So this is a league of their own. It is genuinely
A good movie.
It's a great movie.
I watched it when I was a kid with my mom, and I was like, it's fine. But I was a little kid.
We had different.
Yeah,
when
like
I was
you
a kid,
watched
I
it
watched
all
a
the
lot.
time.
Like, I can quote this movie. I can sing the song.
Literally, the only thing I remembered from this movie was "There's no crying in baseball" and the huge bruise on one chick's ass. Like that
the
was
strawberry,
as
they call it. That's literally what it's always referenced as, the strawberry bruise. You didn't remember Stillwell Angel? You're gonna lose.
Nope, didn't remember that kid.
Man, even okay, we gotta stop. There are so again, it's a.
So we've got the indoctrinated and the convert here, right? Like I'm new.
Well, and it's a great movie. It's got a huge cast. It's one of, I did see this. It's like one of the best baseball movies by like profit or some numbering system to do with something. All of those, anytime they bring actual numbers in, it's like, well, I don't even understand what you're trying to rank anymore.
Yeah, because it could be like, what's the percentage of difference between what you spent and how much you made? Is
Right,
that what
like,
we're going on, or is it just like total number
actual
of how much? Like
yeah.
because that's a huge number. You made like $300 million. Yeah,
Like,
the movie cost $100 million.
So
we made.
I don't. So don't quote me on which one it is, but in some measurable monetary way, it is one of the best baseball movies. But I can believe that because again, like it is a baseball movie.
I watched it 2.5 times because you and me watched the
the
last
very
half
ending.
of it here when I got here. So 2.5 times.
It wasn't even that last half.
And
It was
I'm like
a half hour.
I'm over here. I'm like, I'll watch it again.
It's good. It's a good movie. It really is. It's funny. It's got its part. I mean, it's okay. We guess we'll
get into it.
We'll get into plenty of it. We don't need to gush. We don't need to gush quite yet.
Who is responsible for this?
So okay, our director is Penny Marshall. That's normally, like we do this and it's like I don't know who the director is.
I didn't. That name means nothing to me.
It's Laverne from Laverne and Shirley.
Okay, I know the show. I didn't really watch it. It's more of a Dick Van Dyke guy.
She's the blonde one.
Oh, nice.
She's the one that Laverne makes sense to be the name of. I mean, I don't know what else.
Is she the Laverne or the Shirley?
She's Laverne. She is also at this point royalty she's directed, she's acted, she's done everything. She's been all over. Her brother is also Gary Marshall. He's a director.
I
an
recognized
actor.
her brother more than her. I was like, oh, I know that fucking guy.
Well, it's because after Laverne and Shirley, she did mainly behind the scenes stuff. She's not been in front of the camera person.
That's what I would. I mean, acting's fun, but I'd want to do all the behind the scenes.
Well,
shit.
Remember, so for Laverne and Shirley, it was a spinoff of Happy Days. So she was on TV for a long time because she started off as a character on Happy Days and then spun off.
Wow, she was like 14 when she started.
What?
Right?
No, because she was a character that dated the Fawn, so she was older than that. Yeah, so Penny Marshall, though, she has a long, storied career in Hollywood. But speaking of Gary Marshall and having him in the movie, she also had her daughter in the movie. She had both of her daughters in the movie.
Might as well. You got a whole roster of baseball players to fill out.
Well, so we'll go ahead and mention them since I've brought since we had our lean in with all of this. One of them you will definitely just automatically know is her daughter because she has the last name that is Marshall. Kathleen Marshall is her other daughter. That's the one you'll recognize as her daughter.
Yeah.
Because of the name. But then her other daughter is in the movie, Tracy Reiner. She played Betty Spaghetti. Which is a character
Reiner's kid?
This is why I wanted to mention this. She's not Rob Reiner's kid. Rob Reiner was the second husband of Penny Marshall. She had the daughter with her first husband, but then at some point she took her dad.
I was just saying, liked Rob Reiner better and was like, I'll take your name.
Yep.
You're cool. It flows better.
Yep. That's what happened.
Nice.
And so she well, and at this point she's married and she still goes
well, yeah,
by the Reiner name.
It's your name. By that point, I don't know.
Well,
if I was famous in Hollywood, I wouldn't change my name. I didn't care who I married.
Well, I don't know if she's done anything outside of this movie and the very short-lived sitcom that came from
the
this movie.
6-episode TV show
the original
that came after
one.
us.
Yeah, not the new one, not the one that because that Amazon one's done really big.
Oh, nice.
I know you said you've seen it.
I saw
when you were
thumbnail for it.
It did a lot. It did some pretty big numbers. So back to On Track. Before we get into the rest of the actors, though, let's go ahead and hit the writers. So there are two people who were responsible for the story. I mean, they've not really written. I mean, I did a quick look, didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So that's Kim Wilson, Kelly Candale. I don't. It's a weird.
Sorry,
spelling.
You know how to say your name.
Yeah. Well, and so they wrote the story, but then someone else wrote the screenplay. This is the one time I do understand what the difference there is. One was definitely not written to be on a movie. And they wrote and so the screenplay writers though are Lowell Gans, and you're gonna love this name, Babalu Mandel, or Mandel. I don't even really know because I definitely heard it. It does, but usually that's with two L's, right? Like Howie. This is with one L. I do believe so.
Babalu. He's probably the coolest motherfucker.
Well, so these two guys are a writing partnership duo.
Tag
they
team.
usually write together.
Oh yeah.
And so they are responsible for hits such as Splash.
Nice.
Parenthood.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
Steve Martin, Rick Moranis, Keanu Reeves, God damn it, dude. A lot of other really famous
No,
fucking
not seen
people.
this
It's
one.
from the 80s. It's like 87, 88. It's pre Bill and Ted Keanu Reeves, but it's again,
It's still
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Kind of the same, yeah. But it's a movie that's all about parenthood. It's like each of them and how they're raising their kids, and it's funny. It's funny as shit.
Cool.
It's so good that literally 30 years after the movie came out, they made a show, and it was like 7 seasons successful. Like that's how good the writing for the original one was.
Oh yeah, we'll have to add it to the list.
But so yeah, they did that Greedy, which again, I said it earlier. I don't think you clocked that one. It's a Michael J. Fox one where he's gotta try to help take care of his grandpa so he can inherit the money to keep his fucked up family from taking the money from
I
him.
don't think I've seen that one either.
You need to see that. It's a really
Alright,
good one.
another one for the list.
And then City Slickers.
Yes,
too.
those I know.
You should know all of them.
I love that fucking movie. Both of them. Hello.
But yeah, so trust me when I tell you, if you like the writing, they know how to write funny.
I
They're
like
really
that
good.
comedy style. Yes,
You
so
should definitely check out.
I'm gonna have to watch the other two.
Well, don't maybe not check out Parenthood. I don't know if that's something that we'd work into the podcast
rotation.
easily. Leave Greedy off for right now. I love some Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, me
movies,
too.
And any excuse to get another one in.
Gotta
I
find
would
something
take.
for the
Yeah.
frighteners.
Well, that's also got Phil Hartman.
Ooh,
Greedy. Yeah. It's good.
All right, I'll wait. Made me excited. Now I'll wait. It's fine.
Sorry.
I'll watch
it's
the
good.
Parenthood movie to tide me over.
Rick Moranis.
I do like Rick Moranis. He needs to come
you
back.
still get that. You still
We're
get
doing Rick Moranis comeback.
Well, then we do Strange Brew,
Nice, yes.
right? Like we try to help push it by being like, Rick,
Yeah,
we love
more
you.
Rick. We need more Rick Moranis.
We gotta stop. So yeah, again though,
Who's in this fucking movie? That's what we
the
need.
writers obviously though, like there's a reason this is a good movie.
Yeah.
So it's mainly the reason why we gushed for a minute there. The who's in the movie? We're not gonna do a long time on any person
Because
right?
they've all been on the show before, haven't they?
Almost everybody. Gina Davis. I don't think we've done a movie.
Have we
with
done a
Gina
Tom
Davis.
Hanks movie?
Maybe not.
I don't think we've done a Tom Hanks movie. Our first Tom Hanks movie.
That's kind of insane.
That is a little bit. I'm upset with us.
We've definitely mentioned him though.
Yeah, we had to.
Well, I know we've mentioned Mazes and Monsters.
Yes.
The D&D movie for something.
We need
for something.
We have. To
Yeah.
do
Well, and I
that
do
one
believe you
sometime.
said
That's
that
awesome.
last time
I
too.
love that fucking movie. It's so stupid.
But so. Beyond that reference, we don't need to mention a lot of what these people are in. These are huge people. There's too many of them as well. That's the problem.
Yeah,
right?
there's too many of them.
So we'll just go down the list here. We have, like you've already said, we got Tom Hanks as Jimmy Dugan. We got Gina Davis, again, huge star. Gina
Huge.
Davis as Dottie Henson. We've got her little sister, who is Lori Petty,
Tank
as
Girl.
Kit Keller.
It's a cool name.
Remember, well, and again, you just it's always funny because I'm like they're sisters, and so I'm always like Kit Henson, but she's married,
Yeah.
already, and like it always slips my mind.
It's Bob's last name.
Yeah, it always slips my mind though. Like I'm always because you forget because the movie opens, we don't hear Bob's name
No, don't even know
for a
she's
while
don't even know she's married until like,
right before they get on the train.
Yeah.
I think
when they're in the
Or,
with the cows and shit.
with John,
with
exactly.
John Lovitz.
So yeah, there's a whole. It takes a while before you get there. So like in my head, I always forget.
I like the name Kit Keller. It's very comic book.
The one thing we'll say about them before moving on, this is just one of those like anecdote things, is the fact that originally Gina Davis was not gonna be Dottie. It was gonna be Deborah Winger, another giant actress.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why you might think a lot of the haircut and the Lori Pettiness of the Lori Petty being here of it all seems a little weird, because Gina Davis and Lori Petty
Don't look a thing alike.
don't look similar at all, but Lori Petty and Deborah Winger
a little bit.
do look a little bit alike. The hairstyling definitely looked like some early 90s
So we would have had
Deborah
like
Winger.
almost twins. If
It would have looked
would've
like
been the other way.
and she's still taller, so it still
Yeah.
would have had the rivalry and the height. Like all of it still would have played. But yes, they would have at least seemed more like they were siblings. All they were able to do in the short amount of time they had was dye Lori Petty's. They didn't even have time to give her a new haircut.
Right,
They
this is how it's
dyed
gonna
it
be.
the same shade as Gina Davis's, and we're like, good as we got.
Yep, it's the best we can do.
That's where we are.
And it's gonna fade, so we're gonna have to do this like every 3 days.
Lori Petty, again, before we move off of her, has been on the show.
Yep, Tank Girl. Go watch
Twice.
that episode. Oh yeah,
You know the other?
Oh shit!
Come on, you got this.
Scanning, memory banks failing.
It's another Keanu Reeves.
Oh shit! Come on, what the fuck?
Also had Patrick Swayze.
Ah, what's that movie called?
Point
Break. There it is. God damn it! I was like, no, with the surfing, and they
Yes.
put the masks.
I would have accepted that as an answer, Bo. You should have just said that with the surfing.
I started to panic. I was like, no, wait, I should know this.
Nixon, goddamn
Nixon, goddamn it.
Would have taken it. Would have accepted that as an answer.
They jump out of a plane at the end. It's awesome.
But yeah, so Lori Petty has been on several times. This is probably why you were like, everybody's
Yeah,
been
it's
here
probably.
before. Because she has been here enough times to really like...
That's fine. I love Lori Petty.
I do too. I'm glad that we got another one with
She
Lori
just
Petty.
do that episode of Star Trek that she's in just because.
Maybe we'll just find like a weird, like our version of a flashback episode is just like grabbing the people that we've
Right.
done that we love the most and like finding obscure things they're in.
There you go. It'd be fun.
Past those people, because they're our main focus, right? Those two.
Yeah.
It's a back and forth.
It's their
between them,
story.
right? And Jimmy Dugan is just the guy who gets a lot of fun lines, right?
He's the fun clown of the fucking
Oh,
movie.
definitely. He's like our comic relief
Yeah.
a lot of times, right? Past that though, we have Madonna. And I mainly want to start with Madonna because she ties back to the Deborah Winger. The reason there was a last
I was
minute
surprised
switch.
when you told me this.
Yeah, the reason there was she was also Deborah Winger might have. I think I read she got injured at the same time. Like, but
Yeah,
it
hard.
wasn't the kind of injury she couldn't have done it. It was
She
the
was
kind of
just
thing
a
like it might have
convenient
moved.
excuse.
It might have moved like filming a little bit.
Yeah.
But she is on record as saying she definitely. Well, no, I'm pretty sure like even back then she said it too. Like she was like, "You signed her," like because like it was one of those like. She's not a bigger character, so like obviously like it would have been signed way after
Yeah.
she had signed on as Dottie that Madonna got signed on as May. And so it was like just so yeah, she found out and she was like, peace.
I'm not working with that
I'm
bitch.
not working with Madonna. Which also ties in, so like we said, she was all the way May. A character who does have a couple of good jokes.
Yeah. Her and
Doris
are the funnest characters out of the girls,
Yes.
really.
They have the best like interactions,
Yeah.
right? Like and interact with all of the players in a fairly fun
Yeah.
kind of way. Madonna though apparently was
Madonna?
a horrible person. The entire city of South Bend, Indiana, because a lot of this was filmed there because that's where one of the places that they were
Yeah.
supposed to be was. And they still had their field,
field
was, like
intact
was like and still looked like close
Kinda
enough
old-timey.
to yeah they did not done a lot of
They hadn't done
renovations.
renovations.
Yeah.
Still had the placard scoreboard.
Well, I think historically, yeah, it did
Yeah,
have something,
nice.
you know, like because it was
I like those. Fuck a digital scoreboard. We should bring it back. Had the like 10-year-old kid up there. He fucking like put the
you
thing.
probably
up.
paid him a nickel.
Yeah, paid
per
him
game.
a nickel to do it.
But yeah, so she
Nickel and a Coke.
But she was famously just like she hated being on set. People hated being around her. She was hateful to people. Like again, like the townsfolk of South Bend.
Do not piss off the townies.
Well, certainly not in Indiana, man. That's the Midwest of Midwest. Dude.
Yeah,
You're gonna
dude.
piss some people
Might get-
off.
you
You're
might-
gonna get some Karens awfully
Right?
mad at you.
Some very angry middle-aged white women are gonna come after you.
Not that was her demographic in '92. You know, like that's like the
Yeah.
sex era. That's like
Yeah,
the
that's
sex
when
book
she
and
did the
stuff.
weird
Yeah, yeah.
book and shit.
So again, like this, well, because think about like she's black hair in this. Like, when's the other black hair Madonna? You know, it's like the leather fucking outfit
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
true.
Like that's
Yeah.
the black hair Madonna era. Like that's
This
what
is
we're
her
seeing
slut
here.
era.
She kind of hated this movie because she had to get a tan. She had to spend so much time outside, and this was her pale white black hair
Yeah,
Madonna.
get over
era.
it. You're
Well, she
lucky.
was,
You're
again,
lucky your character is fun in this movie to make up for how much of an awful person you were behind the scenes.
Yeah, I won't go into it anymore, but I just promise if you guys want to see it, like it's bad when you can find all of the like hateful shit on IMDb. Normally you gotta like dig deep.
Yeah, dig.
IMDb is
Find
usually
somebody
just, like,
talking shit in an interview.
fun, laughable trivia. No, this was like they were like, no, she was horrible. She went
They
down
want-
was doing.
They wanted to make
horrible
sure
things.
you knew. She's like, no, she was a bitch the whole time.
Well, like again, they would have to do the baseball field. They would like have people entertain the crowd of extras, and she refused to help out, even though everybody else would. To the point that they started singing her songs. They were like, "Fuck Madonna."
Oh, I want fucking Gina Davis and Rosie.
Could you
up there
imagine
just
how
fucking
pissy-
doing fucking
Could you
this shit
imagine
and
like
flipping her
Madonna's
off,
sitting off to the side,
right? All
and being
hateful,
like,
smoking her cigarette.
Well, Rosie wouldn't have done it.
Oh yeah, they're actually friends.
They're actually friends. Good segue for us to get off of the topic too, because Rosie O'Donnell being one of the other, I would say the last of our major people, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Well, like actress wise, like the
Yeah.
rest there are other major people, like characters we see.
But
They're not, most of them not played by like really big stars, right? But Rosie, this was like one of the beginnings of her like rising
Rising, yeah.
star in Hollywood. She took this and then moved. She
Right,
made some
this is-
power
this
moves.
is right before she was Betty Rubble, right?
Yeah.
And she was all hot. In
Well, and then she
movie.
got her
TV
TV
show.
show. And
My
then,
mom used to
yeah.
watch that all the time.
Everybody did, dude. She was the Ellen before Ellen.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple more of the ball players before we completely move to some of the extra people that are in the movie. Because once you get out of the ball players, even though there might be some big names, they're not really people that are in much of the movie, right? Left on the ball players that I would want to mention, we have, if anybody, Megan Cavanaugh as Marla Hooch. Not a big actress, but I feel like we need to give her credit because
she was
like
great.
the little bit she's on screen.
She's great.
She kills this
And
Marla Hooch character.
You're like, no, you be nice
Well,
to
and
her.
like the
God
name
damn it.
itself is just like part of pop culture, like
Yeah.
like nomenclature. Like I mean, like that's just like vernacular. You know that word, right? Like
Hooch.
people say Marla Hooch, and you're like, I know who that is.
Yep.
You know, I mean, like that's it. We got to mention it. It's only fair.
I get mad all through this movie. I'm like, you fucking be nice.
So outside of our ball players, the main people that I might want to mention by name, like I'm going to tell you their names. We've already mentioned one, and that was Gary Marshall playing Mr. Harvey, our substitute for Wrigley.
Yeah, the gum guy, because he's a candy bar guy.
Well, and again,
Instead of Wrigley's Field, it's Harvey's
I was
Field.
about to say, like, it's
Yeah.
Harvey Field, not Wrigley Field. Like he is, and it's in Chicago. Like he is literally our
Oh,
substitute.
yeah, I forgot it's in Chicago. That's even better.
Yeah, he's our literal substitute. But and Wrigley again, like obviously he owned baseball teams like
Mhm.
this guy, Harvey. Outside of that, we had David Strathairn. I don't know how to say this name. It's Strathairn. Strathairn,
Wow.
Strathairn. He was Lowenstein, and
Not good. Awesome guy.
well, he's in a bunch of things too. Like I love that guy. And one of my favorite is the movie Sneakers, and he plays a deaf guy, blind guy. He plays a blind guy in Sneakers. I know we've talked about this. You've never seen it. It's a good movie. You should. We'll watch it.
It's
We
good.
will watch it together.
We'll find
watch it
something.
for this. Well, because it's like again, I'm introduce you to hackers. You love that. We introduced you to Sneakers, which was just the hackers before hack. It's all computer
Proto hackers.
Well, it's computer hacking, but in the 80s, and it's got Robert Redford.
We should do shoe computer related things. We could do sneakers. We can do the computer that wore red tennis shoes.
Wait, okay, so when I've mentioned Sneakers to you before, I've never given you the full rundown of the cast. We've only just like talked, like we've said it's either because I was talking about hackers and I was like, have you seen Sneakers? Recently it was because we were talking about Robert Redford and I was like, I love that era of Robert Redford. So the full cast is Robert Redford, this guy that plays Lowenstein, Sidney Poitier,
Wow.
River Phoenix,
Damn.
Dan Aykroyd,
Really?
and Ben Kingsley.
Oh, why do I know that name?
Sir Ben Kingsley. He played Gandhi. He was in Marvel movies you would know him. He's the guy who played the not actual leader of the Ten Rings. He was that fake guy in the one Iron Man movie. You know, the British dude that was a fake act. He was like, I'm just a dude. They hired me to be the. That's Ben Kingsley.
I'm just an actor.
But again, he was Gandhi in like the '90s. Gandhi. I mean, he's been knighted. He's a very famous actor. Deal. Yeah. But again, it's just a star-studded cast of a movie for a very dumb concept in a movie that a lot of people haven't watched.
I need to bring a pen in here so I can start writing these down. All these movies I need to watch.
Then the last person that I want to mention as somebody whose name like that, that I'm gonna name the actor for sure, is gonna be Bill Pullman. It's like a special guest star.
Yeah, he's in literally 30 seconds of this fucking movie.
He's in nothing of this movie, but he's there.
His biggest part of the movie is a fucking picture.
Yeah. Penny Marshall called in a couple of favors, and he's the biggest. So that's why, he's the perfect one to end it on for the people I know the names of, because he's a big one.
Yeah.
On top of her calling in the favor to get Bill Pullman here for a 30-second role, which again, even in '92 was nuts. Now we all know him because he's been in he did Independence Day.
Independence Day,
right? He's been in lots of things. But even then, this is pre all that. He still was a name where you were like, that's a hell of a favor to call.
Right.
For this
small ass role that he has.
But she also did call in favors from her Laverne and Shirley days. She's got Squiggy from again, if you know Laverne and Shirley, which Bo barely knows, you would know Squiggy. He was one of the main characters. Lived across the hall from Laverne and Shirley in their apartments. But there's also another random dude from Laverne and Shirley in the movie as one of the dancers. Like we already said, it's her brother and both of her daughters. So she pulled in every French. This is like a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, he's just called all my friends. Hey, we're making a movie.
I called my friends and every famous person I know.
Yeah,
it's a Kevin. What I would do. Rule of thumb on making a movie, apparently to both Kevin Smith and Penny Marshall
and Adam Sandler.
There is one last person I want to ask you if you recognized. It's adult Stillwell. Stillwell Angel. Did you recognize the guy that, 'cause he looks at Dottie and even says, "Do you reckon you know me?"
Yeah. Fuck.
Stillwell Angel.
I feel like I should.
He was Francis in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He was the guy who stole the bicycle.
He's the fucking dude who stole the bike.
It's me, Stillwell Angel.
Oh my god. Dude, we need to do those movies.
All right.
Fucking Pee-wee's the man.
Outside of that, we're good. We can just move on. I think we spent a lot of time.
That was around the same time too. Yeah. It was only a couple of years apart, weren't they?
Yeah.
It was 92.
Yep. That would have been 87 to 89.
Yeah, 87, something like that.
All right. On that note, we definitely just need to get into the movie.
Yes, we need to talk about the movie.
Way too much time here.
We start this movie. We are not in 1940s. We're in
it's
80s or something.
Well, I would say it's the year the movie came out.
Yeah, 92.
Probably 92. Yeah.
We got old Dottie. She's packing up. She's getting ready to go to the reunion, I guess. But she don't want to go. She changes her mind. Right around the time her daughter throws the mitt in there and shit. She's like, it's like something about seeing the mitt made it real. So she was like, nope, I'm not going. Sorry.
She hates the idea.
I don't know what her problem is through this entire movie. Is she ashamed of the fact that she likes baseball?
Old Dottie, you can tell, is the only one where you can almost they almost paint the picture that she just didn't like this idea of what she did was historically important because she just likes baseball. Yeah, I'm not a hero. I was just a person who wanted to play baseball. Okay. After this, it doesn't read very well. No, it
doesn't.
This is the only time it reads, and it literally only reads one time. It's literally when the daughter was like, you don't even show respect to what it meant to history, and she literally they cut to her face and she literally is like,
I don't know, I just kind of played baseball.
Yeah, and that outside of that one moment for the next 2 hours, they never make it clear what she feels.
Right, the rest of the movie, it's like it seems like she is either her husband doesn't want her playing baseball, then it seems like she's just ashamed of the fact that she likes baseball,
or that she's
ashamed.
accepting the depressing reality of the fact that she should take a life where she shouldn't do baseball.
This isn't a woman's
Yeah,
play, you know.
Not that she believes it, just that
But
she's
like
accepting her fate.
Yeah,
right?
It goes all over the fucking place, and it makes me not like Gina Davis in this movie.
And she's a great actress.
And it upsets me so much. But since you told me about the
last
Deborah
minute
Winger
cancellation,
thing and stuff, I'm like, okay, that makes me feel better. I feel like she had 2 days to prepare for this role, and
it was probably more than that, but she
didn't really know what to do.
She didn't have as much time as everybody else, for sure.
So she was just kind of like, I'm just going to go with what the script says.
Well,
makes me feel a little better.
The other thing that the opening of this movie does, and tricked not only a generation of us, but many Americans, even adults who should not have been tricked by this. This is not Gina Davis in aged up makeup. This is not Back to the Future level, like genius age makeup. This is another person. This is a different person. Now, I will excuse, again, our generation at least, we were kids.
Yeah. We didn't know what ADR was. But
I'm going to tell you right now, as an adult, and I went back and watched it as soon as I seen it, I was like, I don't know how I didn't see this. Like it's lined up really good because she tricked all of us.
Yeah.
And much like the Back to the Future age makeup and being almost dead on with some of those actors and what they look like now.
Gina Davis actually kind of looks
today
just like this.
Looks almost like this lady did. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Like, it's spot on casting.
It has to.
And this was before they could run like the like the TikTok filter that makes you look
Lynn
old.
Cartwright. Sorry.
Oh, Lynn Cartwright.
I just seen it in my notes. I'm glad I did write that down.
Yeah, there you go.
That way we've got it right.
Not Nancy.
Yeah, that's something.
That's a voice actor for The Simpsons, I think. Does she do the voice of Lisa?
I'm not gonna misquote myself
I'm okay with being wrong. Go ahead and attack me. It's fine.
Well, I've already been wrong once on the same name, so don't try to force me.
I'll be wrong. It's my turn. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
But yeah, so this whole opening scene with them is great. It's just mom arguing with daughter about going, and daughter winning though. She totally wins. I don't fucking care. Like we're
gonna go because you're
I'm here.
It's important, damn it.
I guess someone's watching her kids.
I think the neighbor.
You get what I mean, though?
It was the 90s. Remember, the older kid could have just watched the younger one. Would have been fine.
I also love the interaction she has with the grandkids before leaving, telling the older one, like, look, you got to give him some shot. Like, it was so
nice.
tender. It's tender.
Like, you're bigger than him.
You're like, oh, this is touching. And then she goes, hey, come here, Bobby. Kill him. I was like,
just eviscerate him. Cut his nuts off. Go for the jugular.
So good, dude. It was so good. That's the kind of relationship you want with your grandma, right? Like it was so fucking great.
Because the bigger one's picking on the little one.
Then we see
what happens.
Wherever she lives is apparently close enough that they can drive the whole way.
I guess. They didn't get on a plane or anything. They didn't
give us any kind of like.
There was no like implication shot to a bus,
right? It seemed like they drove straight to the parking lot.
They're 20 minutes away.
Well, the main reason I point this out to you is the whole point is that she was gonna leave where the baseball historic stuff was happening, and move back to Oregon, and like that's part of the movie.
Yeah. So
likely her family is living in
Oregon,
and they're back in Chicago. They did not just drive cross country.
Bob gave up on that goddamn dairy shit. I am sick of these fucking cows. Chicago was nice. Remember when you played in the World Series? I mean,
I had that 5 minutes that I was there to pick you up and drive you.
Let's go back.
Maybe.
I mean, back then Chicago was nice.
Maybe that is what happened. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Like technically, it's kind of weird for us to think that she was supposed to be close enough to that field
because her daughter's just dropping her off like it's a little league game.
Because the field they're at is supposed to be a real field, but I still think it's supposed to be one of the four, right?
Yeah,
the Rockford
South Bend.
It's Rockford, South Bend, Racine.
I keep wanting to call it Rancid. I know that's wrong.
Racine, As soon as they get there, though, the daughter, the mom, whichever way, like from the grandkids, however you want to look at this, the other relative is gone, like literally just not even there. Like,
did they even show her like
no,
getting out of the car or anything?
I don't even think they show her later when we see at the end when Kit's family shows. Like, I don't think she's just by herself. What should be her cousins, her second cousin. You know what I mean? Like,
why didn't she go with her?
She should have seen them all come up and been like, "Hey guys!"
Just pulled up. Bye, Mom.
Kicked her out the door.
I'm gonna go get my hair did.
Yeah. So Dottie walks onto the field and she is just enamored. She's watching the game. She's seeing all the people.
It all comes flooding back
straight into what you feel is going to be a flashback, but is
the rest of the
movie. Well, I guess you could look at it as a flashback because we do come back to the present day.
Yeah, it's a very end. This is the longest flashback ever.
It's a 2-hour and 9-minute movie, 9 minutes of credits because it's one of those, right? It's got a very long kind of credits.
We'll talk about it. The credit sequence kind of awesome.
It is, but there is definitely long.
Yeah, it's
because
a bit long.
Some things to it.
Watch it once.
But so like 9 minutes there, I would say that means we've got like 30 minutes present day,
right?
And split between the beginning and end
is just flashback,
and
into
then
the 40s.
An hour and a half that is in the 40s, right?
Easily.
Oh man. But so yeah, she sees the game and it just makes her remember. She's like, oh, I like it.
It's almost sitcom-y. It has like the slow pan in on her face. I want the like noise and then fucking into the flashback. Little wobble on the screen.
I do love the flashback that they go to, like not going
like
to the field.
Reel.
Well, and I love that as the transition they use throughout the movie. Like every time they want to transition, it's either newsreel or like the old timey like newspaper spinning around with the headline. I love it because it's so perfect for the time period, right? Like it really encaptures like that 40s vibe. It's really good.
World War II vibe.
But I just even mean that I love that we didn't, because they easily could have made the flashback be straight to the day her and Kit walked onto the field.
Yeah, they easily
because she's standing on the field. They could have made that. I love that we get the full
the tryout.
I so appreciate the beginning like segment where it's like we literally get to see like the slice of their life, because when they say, you hear people say farm league and you're like, I don't even barely no watch this movie. You want to know what the idea?
Back of their fucking jersey,
dairy.
The like Lucklash Dairy.
It's
or
the
whatever.
dairy they work.
Yeah,
at. Yes. So they're literally working for like
they're working for the company baseball team.
Yes. I adore that they included this because it's so
it's like, real. It happens around here.
Like you think farm league, a lot of people don't even know like what that could even mean, and this is farm league. This is like they're literally, the field is all dirt.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there's not a section of grass.
No, it's
anywhere.
Dirt off into a dirt field.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's dirt past the stadium. It's dirt on dirt on dirt.
There's a fence with more dirt.
The dust that's flying around constantly. I love. Again, I love how they really show like this.
The stands were built out of an old barn that they tore down.
Straight up small town.
Yeah,
as like backwoods as you can get. It was a nice touch, right? Like it was really good.
The community literally built this just so they could play baseball.
Definitely shows off immediately the rivalry between Dottie and Kit.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're already seeing like she's telling Kit you can't pitch. She's telling Kit you can't bat. She's telling Kit
you got to stop with the high fastballs. I like the high fastballs.
They're not good for you.
You shut up. I can hit it. You listen to me. You can't hit it.
And she couldn't.
Nag, mule.
It's so good.
Sister rivalry.
She bombs, and what do we see out in the crowd? John Lovitz.
We
forgot to mention him.
We did. Damn it.
We said his name, but we didn't mention. So
he's the talent scout.
He's Ernie Capadino.
Perfect name for him.
It's so good, dude. This character was literally written for him, and you can tell.
He's my favorite character in the entire movie. He's such an asshole.
It's so good. But yeah, we see him. We can obviously tell he's some kind of scout.
Yeah.
It's not been clearly stated, but you can tell the way he's watching.
When Kit first comes out there and shit, he's kind of like, Oh, hey. And then she strikes out and he's like,
But then
whatever.
Dottie comes up and he's like, oh, hey.
Ooh, she's even prettier.
Because that's what he's really looking for.
Yeah, that's all he's really after.
Well, that's what he tells you.
Yeah, no, it's the whole point. I'm looking
looks
for
and ball players.
I'm looking for ball players, and it doesn't hurt if they're dollies too.
That's right. But so Dottie knocks the ball. It's the winning fucking hit.
It's a double.
Yeah, and they only needed the one.
Yeah,
that was the kicker here.
it's a
She didn't even
double.
need the double. Was the extra icing.
You know
on the
how
cake.
nice it is to beat somebody by more than 1 point in baseball.
And so she cleaned it up. Fucking Kit's pissed off because she's like, you got in my head. If you wouldn't have said that my last pitch was a straight to me pitch and I could have hit it and blah blah
You're
blah
too
blah,
short.
blah 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 blah.
You can't hit a ball coming at head height. You're just gonna chop it. It's gonna go straight in the ground.
You're supposed to use your tiny strike zone to your advantage
Exactly.
and not swing at everything.
That would have been a ball. You would have walked,
we just
and then we would have
our
beat him by
last-
3 more points.
our last baseball movie was Rookie of the Year. They said it.
Yeah,
the tinier
that
you
tiny
are,
ass-
the smaller
it's
the
not
strike.
fair, goddamn.
The
Look how
smaller
small
the
he
strike
is.
zone, you got to use that to your advantage. Know your strike zone and don't swing outside of it. Let those balls get you on plate. You shouldn't be a power hitter.
It's a
You're the guy trying to get on first.
There's
You're trying to load
more
the bases.
strategy to baseball than just hit the ball and run.
We gotta stop. This is where we're gonna get.
We're just gonna start going
we
into
gotta stop, we gotta
baseball.
stop.
This isn't a baseball podcast.
This is a movie podcast.
I am by no means a professional. I haven't played since 7th grade.
But yeah, so again though, it was fun. They realized they fucked. Like they leave and she's pissed off. She's mad and literally
Be mad
Dottie
if we
even says,
lose. We won.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
"Be fucking happy right now." And she
Yeah,
tells her
but
like,
it's your. I would have been the big hero. I would have got the big hit, but it was your fault.
we see that they walk all the way home the whole time, just arguing with each other about how fucking Dottie always takes the spotlight. God damn it, Dottie.
Marsha.
Now, right now, I'll give you that's true. We've got no point of reference to know anything in their relationship.
Yeah.
Later I'll tell you that you're even still right because Jan was right that it was always, unfortunately, Marsha for no fucking reason. It is unfortunately Dottie. Like, right now, we don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, it was just one moment, right?
And it doesn't help
It
that
does
like,
keep happening.
she won't even let her walk faster than
No.
her. Then ends up racing, and then Dottie still beats her.
What's even funnier about that is that for every time you see the two of them run together in the movie, Lori Petty had to let her win because Lori Petty is naturally a faster runner than Gina Davis.
Really? She's got the longer legs.
I'm
You'd
telling
think
you,
Gina Davis
this
would
is
be
one of
able
those
to-
things. And I'll even tell you, if you want to watch the movie one more time, the scene you can see it in. When they're running after the train, when you see them through the window running,
Yeah.
you can see that Lori Petty is having to kick her legs so high to make sure she's
like
staying
high
slow.
She's like
And
high step
I
running.
mean it, dude. It's outrageous how she is making sure
Doing
she
the
stays-
Buster Keaton run.
Yes, that way she can stay behind Gina Davis for the scene.
We should do the general sometime. That's a good one.
But yeah, that's how bad it was, dude. Like they
But
really
Gina Davis doesn't run a lot.
Well, they just really
apparently.
I'm just saying, like, that's how bad they had to push the, like, Dottie is the best, so much so that they had to ask these actresses to act against their natural abilities to make sure it
I
came
want to see the
across.
first take where Lori Petty just goes zoom
like
straight past her.
like Forrest Gump ran
yeah,
right
just
past her.
zoom.
But yeah, so all of that was just set up to let us see their relationship. It's to give us a good idea, right?
Yeah.
So that way we know what to expect from this point on.
Dottie's the golden child, and Kit is Jane Brady.
So then it's just a day on the
They're
farm.
milking the cow.
Everything's normal.
John Lovitz comes in. He's like,
Ernie
my
walks
turn."
in. He's like, "Hey, y'all
Can I get a turn at that?
y'all want to?" Well, no, he's like,
He makes it
that
dirty.
would bruise. He's like, that would bruise a guy
Yeah,
like me. That's what
he made a
I
dirty
love
joke
it,
when he
yeah.
walked in.
He's like,
Everything he says is kind of
Oh,
an asshole
It's
thing.
always a little bit dirty, a little bit of an asshole, but somehow
Somehow you're
endearing.
still like,
But yeah, he comes in. He's like, "Look, I can pay you a lot of money. You need to come work for me."
Kit's all for it. She's like, oh, sweet. Fuck yeah.
I didn't fucking invite you.
Oh,
I invited her.
I'm pretty good. I'm a pitcher.
Dottie even comes out
Let
and
me
says the
show
same
you.
thing.
Like, she even tries to, like, let me show you I can pitch. Go.
Well, Dottie even backs it up. Dottie's
Yeah.
like, listen to her. Like, I'm telling you, she is. She's a great pitcher.
You just didn't get to
you
see
didn't
her
get to
today.
see because it's not her day to pitch because she pitched the last game and we rotate out.
Happens.
And that's exactly
That would piss
that's
me off.
exactly how he acted too. He was like, then they go
That's
outside.
a real thing. When I played baseball, it would piss us off because we had one pitcher who was really good, and we had the other pitcher who kind of sucked.
It's not
but
fair
we
to make-
had
you
to
have
rotate
yeah.
them around. So I was like, God, we're gonna lose this game because he's pitching.
Now listen though, this was great.
You know
'cause
who
they,
you are.
They go outside and he touches her arm and he does. He was like,
Okay. I mean, she does have some tone. All right, if you
he's
can get
no,
your
he,
sister.
exactly though. He wasn't sold on. He still wasn't like you can come. He was like, so I'm gonna split the difference here. I can invite the maybe if the maybe convinces the definite
to get there.
to come with
the
me.
worst I'm out is a train ticket.
Right? He's like exactly. He's like the maybe ain't hurting me. If I can bring in a real seat puller,
Yeah.
the maybe they'll look over. Right?
So-
If you don't stay, it's no harm, no foul.
But Dottie doesn't want to go.
Dude, the conversation between
She's
the
happy.
two of them.
She's got her
I'm just
little
waiting-
farm life.
I'm
just
waiting until he
for
comes
Bob
back.
to come home.
When he gets back from the war, it's all
Yep, I'm gonna pop out 20 kids and raise cows.
you got the rest of your life for that. But Dottie, goddamn it, I don't have another way off. That's how she sells her on
Yeah.
the. This is my way off the. You've got your way off.
Yeah,
our
I'm glad
family
you're happy,
farm.
but help me get the fuck out of here.
Nobody wants to marry me. Nobody, again, like
No, they
she's-
even talk about that one guy. She's like, well, she's like, that's about like dating a pig.
Yeah, and
It's
so
a-
again,
it's a very important step up from a pig.
Literally, though, Kit is just like, if you don't help me, I will have to live on the family farm the rest of my life.
And I will hate you.
This is the one chance I have to get off.
To get the fuck out
to
of here.
leave. And hope, and again, that's the thing that to remember about Kit. As much as she loves baseball, to her, this whole opportunity was not to stay playing baseball.
It's just to get
it was just
out
as
of
the
Oregon.
It was the springboard to leave. If she kept playing baseball, she did. If she didn't, whatever, it got her away from the farm. That's what she's here for.
Sometimes that's all a motherfucker wants, just to get the fuck
well,
out.
The main reason I want to point that out is just because, like, Dottie famously, as we already said, we don't know what the fuck she feels about baseball.
Yeah.
But Kit is really kind of the same, but she just lets us know that she barely cares. She's
Yeah.
just like, I love me some baseball, but it's not my main.
She's
It
the-
just gets me out of here.
Alternate timeline. She does the baseball thing to transition into films and becomes like an actress.
And she becomes Lori Petty's grandma.
Yes! It's all connected. The Kentucky Fried Universe is real, man.
It was a lot of fun to see how all of that got together. But she convinces Dottie to go,
And
so
now we have to chase the train,
we have
like
to
you were
chase
saying.
down the fucking train, dude. This was again, like I've already said, you
John
watch one
Lovitz
time,
again.
everybody pay attention to this.
The beginning of it's great. He's talking to that one guy.
Dude, he hates that.
He's
guy.
just sitting there. The guy's like, "Ah, man, even with a war on, my company's made all these profits and stuff and shit." And he's just like, "Man, if I had your job, I'd kill myself. Sit there while I go find a pistol." Why do I always get set next to these fucking people?
Dude, he's great,
and then he
man.
looks out the window and he sees them fucking run, and he's like, "Well,
At least,
I give them this, they can run."
dude, they were fucking
Props
flying.
to the fucking usher guy. He could have just sat there and watched him struggle. No, he's trying. He's like, but Gina Davis is too busy like throwing the bags in. He's like, "Bitch, give me your hand. Come on, get the fuck on here."
It's good, dude. It's good.
It's fun. I like a good
Train run?
Good chase the train
Yeah.
scene. It's always fun. if I ever do a movie, I want to do
A
that.
train run,
Right, where
a
they have to
train-
chase it and like jump into the empty box car.
That's the better way to do
Yes,
it.
I love
Jumping into the
it's
box
my
car.
favorite one.
This was good. As soon as they get on the train, did you promise the cows you'd write?
I know. Everything he says is just a little bit of an asshole thing to say.
Then Kit's like, when are we gonna make it to Chicago? Well, we gotta make one more stop.
We got another girl to scout.
Fort Collins, not Texas.
Really?
Colorado. They say Fort
Is-
Collins,
oh.
Colorado. Who are they going to see in Fort Collins, Colorado, Bo?
Marla.
Marla Hooch.
I love Marla.
Dude, she is a power hitter.
Yes, she is. And even all right, they
The
were kind
scene
of
starts-
no selling her hitting right-handed and shit. But I was like, that's
But whatever,
still
they're
pretty
still fucking
yeah.
great. She smashes a window immediately,
Yeah.
right? They're the sound it's making echoing
Yeah,
through
dude,
the
it's fucking
gym.
cracking this
Crack,
bat.
Crack, crack.
Never
And then
seen
the-
anybody play baseball inside a gym though.
Well, it was because it was raining.
Oh, that's
They
right.
were just. It was just that way they could show off. Yeah, I mean, bad happenstance.
John
why they were
Lovitz is
doing
like,
it.
I'll pay for the windows.
This was great though. Like right when he was convinced that Ernie was getting like tired of
Yeah,
what
it's
he
a
was
waste
seeing.
of time. He's
He
kind of
was like,
yawning.
hey, switch it up. Swing left-handed, Marla. She straight up shrugged her shoulders.
All right, Dad.
Okay. Stepped over to the other side. The players.
They're
dude,
just like,
the
are you
players.
serious?
They all grunt.
Ah.
Proving that she is literally not just a switch hitter, but she has been playing with her non-dominant
non-dominant
hand.
side.
Because if they're upset, it's because she's about to start hitting harder.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh god damn it, I didn't know that this was about to happen.
And so she does first one. The sound off of that first
Like a
left-handed hit.
cannon.
Dude, crack. I thought the bat broke, dude. She hit it so hard. Dude.
No bat breaking in this movie.
Not a one.
I would have liked a Marla with a bat breaking scene would have been great.
It's because of the era we're in.
oh yeah, because they have the
These bats
huge.
are clubs.
They have the huge fucking club. Was Louisville Slugger a thing at this
yeah,
point?
That's why, yeah. But again, it was
The
just
big
it
beast
was
of a
a different
caveman
design
bat.
of a club, yeah. And so the design of clubs back then were less likely to snap for sure. Or if they did, it was way low in the handle, so it wasn't gonna make
oh
that
yeah, where
sound.
it comes fucking
Yeah.
inside, and you got to
So
like
it wouldn't
kind
have
of
made that sound. You're
They-
like, but modern bats crack up top. They see her and they're like they're all blown away. Like
Oh yeah, because she smashes the shit out of this thing.
literally Kit and Dottie are even talking to each other like,
fuck
God
yeah.
damn, you see that?
But
This is so good. They're like eyes. She's got an eye like DiMaggio. She's so great. She's perfect. And then he's like, bring her over. And she walks over. She's still 10 feet away.
right,
easily.
like
and
a hat down,
and
trying to
he's
hide
still,
her face.
And he's still like, holy shit.
shit!
Look at that.
All right, well, thank you for your time, girls. Let's go. What the hell? What's your fucking problem?
Yeah, Ernie was not having it.
I loved this. He's like, well, have you ever seen General Omar Bradley? There's too much of a
no,
resemblance.
there's two striking resemblances.
Right? Which is mean.
It's so
That
mean,
is
dude.
so fucking mean. She is not that ugly, damn it.
Dottie already. This is before she's even anything to the league, before she's anything important, throwing her weight around a second time. The
Yep.
first time, not intentionally. The first time, Kit technically made Dottie throw her weight around, right?
Yeah.
Like, because Kit got said, make her come and you can come.
Yeah, so it's like if my sister doesn't get to
This
go,
time,
I'm not
though,
going.
Dottie throwing her weight around for sure. Like, again, Ernie only went along with this because he was like, I have to get this bitch to the fucking...
And
she's got to get to Chicago.
Was not gonna go.
No, they sat their
Yep,
shit
they're
down.
like, nope, fuck
We'll
you.
stay right here in this gym
We
in
need-
Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fuck how she looks. We need a power hitter.
Then the dad. This is
Yeah, I think,
tear jerker
dude,
moment,
dude, I almost
He
cried.
walks up and he's like, "Look, her mom died when she was young, and it was just me.
I raised her like a boy because I didn't know
I didn't know
better.
any different." And she's been with the team because I've always had a team.
Yeah,
And
like
she's
just don't punish
don't
her
punish
because
her.
I fucked
Yeah,
up.
dude, you're just like, man.
Like, dude, I get it.
Dad's
Hug
done
that man.
Dad's done the best he can.
All right.
dude.
And look what he did. He made like the fucking like strongest power switch hitter
it's
you
like-
ever
well,
fucking
it's like,
seen.
Look, he made the perfect thing for what you're looking
Exactly.
for.
Just fuck how she looks. She could have a fucking giant horn come out of her head.
So
You're gonna
finally,
win games.
Between the dad's speech and the girls saying we're not going, fucking Ernie breaks down and says, "Fuck it,
Fine. God damn
get
it.
on the fucking train, let's go."
Nice little heartfelt fucking farewell at the train
Oh,
station.
dude,
She's
you're
like,
so
well, who's going
cute.
to look after you? He's like,
This
I
is your
wrote it down.
chance.
I love what he said. What did he say?
This
God
is your
damn it.
chance. You take it,
It's like, nothing ever happens here. You got to go where things happen.
dude. It's so.
And I was
sweet,
like,
dude.
oh, man, I love it.
But then to break up the the beauty of the moment, Ernie walks out. You know the train moves.
not the station. That's how it works.
I fucking dude, I love
Everything he says. He's such an asshole when they get to the fucking field here in a second.
Yes, no, I know. It's
Hey,
I've got
girls, grass.
No,
Don't eat it.
Hey, cowgirls, see the grass? Don't eat it.
Fucking dick. And then he just like go try out.
No,
go
I love
play.
that. But where
I
you
hate it
going?
when they
No,
I hate it when they get attached
where
to
you
me.
going? Well, I'm gonna go home, see the wife, tickle the pickle, and
And then go
head
to
out
sleep.
tomorrow.
You know, like,
No, and then head out again tomorrow. Do it all again. I hate when they get. He is right though. At best, it's been what, a 3-4 day train ride.
yeah,
And that's only for Dottie and Kit. Technically, Marla's had less time with him than that.
yeah. I mean, it's not like he really explained what the fuck they were supposed to do when they got there.
I see both sides. Like his side is like, God damn it, I've known you for 4 days, and he's gonna go out and see more girls. He's trying to, you know what I mean? Like it's the same old for him.
I happen to be home in Chicago. I'd like to enjoy it for a second.
But from their point of view, he just changed their life
Yep.
by bringing them here. So to them, there's like a bigger thing.
He just ripped me off of a fucking dairy farm and
Right.
threw me into Chicago and said, go play baseball. Okay, where? Who the hell do I talk to?
But he's
Who's
right.
in charge here?
At this point, he has like
I did my job.
Well, and again, like talking to me does you no favors.
Yep.
I'm not the owner of the
it's
team.
like,
I'm not the coach of the
I
team.
dropped you off.
I was just the guy that looked
My
for talent.
contract is fulfilled.
I looked for talent. You're talent. Now go prove you're talented. I might get a bonus if enough of the people I found got signed.
know he does.
Well, again, that's why he didn't want to sign Kit. He was like, God damn it. Maybe she's going to fuck up my bonus.
right, you're going to fuck up my percentage, you bitch.
One less player.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing he got lucky and she's a good pitcher.
One less player making it into the big game. That's an extra $50 off my total.
Motherfucker. There goes the new car.
No, then we just get to see beginnings of before we get the montage, we get to see them meet Doris and May, right?
Yeah.
Then it's training montage,
Yep,
right?
then it's training montage.
But so then first we get the Doris and May. This is great. I love Doris with the bat.
She's balancing the bat and she flips it up.
I learned this when I was stayed up in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Bat hit me right in the fucking head.
I love that she was in the hospital and then still that's what she was doing for fun. And knocked
Right.
herself in the head while on the hospital bed.
What a better
Beautiful.
place. What better place
you
to
couldn't
get
be.
hurt.
If you're gonna learn a trick like that, I
Yep.
guess that's the place to be.
Immediate treatment as soon as you get hurt.
The funnier part to me is that we do throughout the movie find out that the two of them have been friends for a long time, right? Doris and May.
Yeah. For years, apparently. Did they play on the same team
No.
before this?
Because look at their outfits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not.
She's in a
She's got
blue
a
jumper,
Yeah.
and May is
May
in a
has-
black and white with a
shit,
red
it-
writing. Yes.
It has a name on it. I can't even remember.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did not play for this. That's a weird point of contention for me.
They started as rivals and opposite teams, like inter-city tournaments and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so now we get our, like we were saying, their meetup. They
Doris and May tell them like the numbers that are happening. It's like there's gonna be like 4 teams, 16 girls on a team.
She's 64.
Some quick math. We could use you in Tulsa.
You smart or something? Right? They almost make
Right.
fun of her for it. Like, what?
oh, hey, look at Miss Math Whiz there.
Okay,
That just means
alright.
that some people are gonna be leaving. Fucking
It means some of yous
yeah,
are going to be going home. And she chucks the ball at her, and Dottie
Smack.
catches it. Fucking barehanded.
Badass.
Like a claw, dude.
right?
Like, fuck.
Like out of nowhere, smack. Yeah, you threw a ball at me.
All right,
like
I guess some
side
of-
kicks where he's throwing the fucking dough balls at him. He's just catching them.
He just goes... Rosie just hits her with the door. Hits her I guess some of them
might be leaving.
All right.
I like when they start
This
walking
whole
over-
time though, she's just like, or no, excuse me, it was May, right? May said it because Doris was still just like, no, but how'd she do that the whole time?
We need to go practice. She caught it with her bare hand.
Did you see that?
Did you
May,
see that
May,
shit?
May, did you see that?
That was great.
How'd she do that?
I love fucking Rosie's accent, and this is the whole fucking thing.
It's like hardcore
the hardcore Brooklyn accent.
Brooklyn, dude. It's good. It is really good.
Hey, you guys!
Well, did you just do chunk? If
I
mean sloth. If you were New
from
Yorker.
Brooklyn.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys!
All right. Yeah, it's a fun time at the field. After they see that, they make friends. They know that they know that the four of them are most likely staying.
Yeah.
Right. They don't know if they're all gonna be on the same team. 4 teams.
Yeah, there's 4 teams.
16 girls, 64 people.
64 people.
We already
did
said.
this fucking math.
I
I was just proud of myself for remembering the numbers.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. That being said, this is wild because we see the montage of everybody on the
Yeah.
field. Hundreds of girls.
And they're putting them through the
Hundreds.
fucking paces. They're running sprints.
I think this
They're
was
doing the
real.
jumping jacks.
I
Oh, I,
think this is-
bet it was, dude.
Well,
this
no,
was
remember when I told
yeah,
you?
they told them like they had to be able to play baseball.
Well, I think there are. If
This
you
was
were
the
keen-eyed,
tryout.
you might even be able to see other actors. That's what I'm saying.
Dude,
there might
no,
be
you're right.
actresses
There's
in the
probably
background.
fucking just like the actual.
I don't know
tryout
that. Don't quote
footage.
me on that. Like that's not one of those I read that and know for sure. But I'm saying like I wouldn't put it past if you made sure all of these people could play ball first. Wouldn't that make sense?
I'd do it. It saved me fucking time if I just filmed the actual tryouts.
I'm saying. Well, because that's already what you're going to review to see who you
Mhm.
liked. And then you already know
And then
which
I can
parts
use that footage
as
it's
your
gonna
highlight reel.
Exactly. It's going to save me so much time, a lot of money too, probably, because it's all from a one camera perspective. You just have a guy walk around with a camera.
My favorite part about the montage, though, is that if you really pay attention, you can see every single one of the people who's going to be a Rockford Peach in the background.
Yeah, you do.
You see, what's her name? Betty? Not Betty Spaghetti.
Beverly?
Ellen
Ellen?
Sue.
Sue,
the
Miss Georgia. or
yeah,
whatever
you can
she
see
used to
her
be.
because again, you can't miss that platinum blonde hair running. She's in like a solid green outfit, like it's like head to
She
toe
stands
green.
out.
Yeah, it does. It's
She came
way
for
crazy.
a photo shoot.
It's funny
man.
because you literally don't see her face.
Dude,
you
no.
can just see the back of her head
out of all
and the
of
color.
them,
Like
she's the one I would least expect to be able to play
and
baseball.
they show her do some more of the crazier
Oh yeah,
stuff.
she ends up
She
being
throws-
the pitcher at the end.
Well, and she's the one who hits the dude. She's on like the second base
and
line
hurls it, hits
and
that
hits
one
a guy in the stand. Baseline to the stand.
about 70 yards.
That's a good chuck.
good
That's all I'm
throw.
saying, dude. And she hit him with enough power that he fell down.
Still say they should have hit him in the head.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Plus, Bo, who do we get to see?
Fucking General Hammond,
As we've mentioned,
Don S. Davies, the legend, the man, the myth,
as we've mentioned,
the
many
world's
times,
greatest fucking commander.
we are both huge Stargate fans, and we can't see this man.
No shade on fucking General Landry. He did fine.
Bo
A
Bridges
fellow,
was
a fellow Bo. I gotta love him.
it's spelled the same way,
Right?
It's not Bo Jackson.
Yeah, it's spelled
Not-
the same
not-
way.
not-
I
not
love
B.O..
him. He's the dude, but it's just,
No, his brother is the dude.
that's true.
Sorry, you set
We
that
go
up.
go watch
You
our
s- you
watch
set
our
that
Big
up-
Lebowski
You set that up
episode.
perfectly.
I did. I
You
didn't
said
mean
he's
to.
the dude. Like no,
He's the
not.
guy.
He can be the guy.
He's the
He
guy.
can't be the dude.
Bo Bridges is the guy.
Because Jeff Bridges is the dude.
That's right.
All right, we got back on track here. No, it is great to see Don S. Davis.
Miss him. R.I.P.
The other thing that was
Gone too motherfucking soon.
the other thing that was great during this little montage is it's when we get to hear that radio announcer lady talk.
All women are becoming far too masculine. They've even started playing baseball. How scandalous.
All thanks to Mr. Harvey. And then she hits him she closes it out with the Mr. Harvey, like your candy bars, you're completely nuts. Dude, I love this lady.
that lady
I love
was
the
great.
delivery she gives. I love that line.
She is just outraged.
by these women playing baseball. Whatever. Get over yourself.
It's too masculine, even though they are in the skimpiest fucking shorty skirts.
Not yet.
man.
Not yet. That's what happens next. That's what I was gonna say. So after we see her in the montage of all the training day, or not even training day, tryout day,
Yeah.
that's when we get to see our boy General Hammond himself come out, and he's telling everybody like, "All right, so tryouts are done.
If your name's
up
on
on
the
the board.
list."
We get our little Shirley Baker.
Oh, yeah, she can't read.
She can't read. I don't know what team I'm on.
I expected Hammond to be. What's his actual name in this movie? Did anybody?
Charlie. It's
Char-
just
him?
literally Racine Coach Charlie. I
Fuck
think
it.
is what
General
it is in the
Hammond
credits.
should have been.
That's why
I
I said
expected
it.
him to be nicer here because he's.
It closes out nice.
Yeah, but
no,
like,
the
he
way
was
he
a
is,
little
when he
harsh. Like,
first-
if your name's not on the damn list, I'm sorry. You gotta
Yeah.
fucking leave.
you'd expect him to at least ask a question.
Yeah,
do you
like,
see your
Do
name?
you see your name,
No,
sweetheart?
He
And you're
immediately
like,
was
yeah,
like,
this is a little
if it's not
unhammond.
there, go.
It's a little unhammond for me. I didn't like it.
But yeah, then the girl stands up. She was the one that was like, "Yep, that's you, Shirley Baker.
You're a
right?
Rockford Peach. You're with
one of us." Yeah, exactly.
Yay!
She probably was so happy when she found out that he was the Racine coach because
Yeah,
she's like,
she was
I didn't
probably
want to
like, I
fucking
didn't
deal
really
with
like
that
that
guy.
guy.
No more. After that, I didn't
Yeah.
want to do.
No. This is a bad first impression, dude. You'd love General Hammond. He's great.
The other thing that's crazy when we see all the teams announced is I can't believe that you would almost expect them to separate the sisters on principle.
Yeah, almost.
You definitely wouldn't especially since they are catcher and pitcher.
Yeah.
You would almost they would be like, that's a problem.
Yeah, they're gonna fight.
That's gonna boil over.
Siblings fight. That's just gonna cause heat.
You would expect them to be like,
I couldn't
maybe...
I couldn't be on a baseball team with my brother.
Here we go. I got the teams. We
fight.
finally got to the right part of the notes. I got all the cities here. Rockford, Racine, Kenosha. That's the one we kept
Kenosha,
forgetting.
that's the weird one.
Kenosha. And South Bend. Those are our places. After all of that, after Shirley Baker finds out what team she's on, that's when his speech turns to, all right, and as soon as we're done here, all of you that made the teams, we're going to need you to get measurements done for your new uniforms, which we've got someone modeling
Cue
right
model.
here for us.
Miss November or whatever the fuck
Dude,
she
this
comes
was
out.
so wild. Every girl, you almost expected like maybe May would have been on for it because
Yeah.
like she wants to be a
or
hot
even
chick
like
in a
Miss
short skirt.
Ellen Sue
Not
because she's
a
used
one.
to no.
Not a one. Every
You
person
can't play baseball in a skirt.
shove it up your rear, bud. We're not doing it. What are you talking about?
This is where I thought Ira Lowenstein, the guy, was going to be an asshole because he's like, I got 36 girls on a bus
No,
now who would do it in a bathing suit if I asked them.
He is an asshole right now.
It's-
If he wouldn't, this movie is about everybody. Nobody gets away with not evolving some.
right, because he's a dick right here. I thought it was going to be for the rest of the movie too. He's going to
Yeah,
be the
no. This
asshole owner
This was actually like
interfering with shit.
This was like the only time.
Yeah, it really
he was
was.
an asshole. He's really a stand-up dude from here on out.
He just wanted his girls in skimpy skirts, I guess.
Well,
He
it's
was
just because
very adamant about
again, we do see that he does.
it. At least let them
well-
put shorts on
Well, no,
underneath
but
them.
he's the guy who toes the line of whatever his bosses say. We've
Yeah.
seen that, right? Like, I mean, it takes the whole movie before he finally stands up to Mr. Harvey. So obviously, this was a owner's decision that they wore that. And so
definitely.
this was before he had a spine to
Yeah.
like tell the owners like that's
Before
not
before
okay.
he realized
Well,
he
and he
had
didn't know the
a
girls yet,
viable
right? Well,
product too.
until he knows the girls. Later on, he gets to know them personally, and so he's like,
You think sort of like halfway through the movie, he's sitting there in the stands like, I wish I could give him pants. I should try and give him pants.
I should have fought harder.
I should
in
have
the
fought harder.
beginning.
I should have fought harder for the pants.
This is kind of dehumanizing.
Especially after one chick takes the huge ass
Yes.
bump and has that huge
Telling
bruise.
you.
He's sitting there, he's just like, yeah, definitely should have went for the pants.
And we're not even giving it justice because his speech is not even just that they have to wear the dress, right? Because May's the one that gets the most pissed off about it. She's like, I'm not doing that. You're fucking crazy if you think I'm going to do that in this. I can't smoke a cigarette in an outfit like that. And
Oh, by the way.
oh,
no-
that's a good point.
No smoking, no drinking,
No
no
men.
men.
And you're gonna
tries
have to go-
leave.
And you're going to have to go to
Beauty and charm
beauty
school.
Well, and not even you're saying it nicely, like it's one place. No, he clearly said two different: a beauty school and a charm, like two separate. Like their whole day is literally
The f-
on a bus or at this school.
the fuck does that have to do with baseball?
Well, because there's
no beauty in baseball.
That should have been the line. One of the girls
should have
should've
yelled
said
that out.
Then we get to go immediately see them.
At fucking charm school or whatever the fuck. Gracefully and grandly. Gracefully and grandly.
Sip down, don't slurp.
Sip. Don't slap.
No, it's always sip down. Don't slurp.
Fucking Joe.
Sip
She's,
down.
Doris is over. She's fucking
Don't
just like
slurp.
cramming fucking crackers and shit in her mouth. Like, what? They're good. Fuck you.
It was.
It goes on for a while. They like go like they do the whole like book on their head, going up the stairs, politely sitting.
She literally evaluates each one on their appearance.
Oh yeah,
That's
like,
okay.
Cut her hair. Your eyebrows should.
No,
there should
that
be
one was-
2 of them.
No, that one was kind of funny. She was like, cut in the middle, separate, 2.
there should be 2. I mean,
It was no.
They were a little thick, but they were together.
2. They were definitely 2.
Yeah.
It was not a unibrow.
Yeah, they were
not
they were a
unibrow.
little thick. She could, a little trim on the sides right here, kind of give it more of an arc.
Sculpt it.
Yeah, didn't need a full like waxing or
She
whatever
hits
the
Kit
fuck.
though. Kit gets a.
Perfectly lovely.
Then
Fine.
she hits Dottie right after. Says the same thing, but
with more of an inflection.
the
It's just
intonation
like,
in the voice.
absolutely lovely.
You know what I mean? And she's like, you could see it for like, it was one of those like, I don't even know if you're meant to see it, but like the moment as she's turning her head is like under the teacher's arm when she's pointing to the next. She is so mad.
Yeah, Kit's
She's
just like,
I can't even win. Like I got a win and you took my win.
right? It's like you complimented me, but like not. It's like, oh, but this is still better.
Then the
Like,
next
fuck
person,
you.
though was the Miss Georgia, and she was just like beautiful,
Perfect.
not a problem, nothing wrong.
She did the little,
Yeah,
the little beauty queen smile and like,
I couldn't name a thing if I wanted to.
right?
Last person, Marla Hooch.
You be nice to my girl. God
No,
damn it.
this was-
fuck you.
This was so mean. The person
what do we do?
No, it was funny because the girl didn't look up, right? The girl who's writing the book, she just goes, and what for this one? She's not looked up, so she doesn't know yet. And the professor just goes, I suggest a lot of night games. It was so mean, but the scene was so good. The reaction, like the girl was
Yeah.
like, what?
What?
And she looks up and she just goes,
Oh, it's not that bad.
it's
I have
not."
seen far worse.
Well, and again, what I would tell you, it's a confidence issue.
it really is.
As she, like we've said with other things
Yeah.
we've done, this is like it's the she's all that treatment.
Yeah.
You give her the confidence she needs, and she looks way better. First night out with we're so close. We don't need to skip. We're getting there.
All we have to do is meet Jimmy.
Yeah, I was ready to say. So yeah, the next thing we close out our school there, right? That was the end of our lovely beauty school. And we get to see Jimmy Dugan for the first time at Mr. Harvey's house. This was estate. I won't even say
Estate.
house, right? The backyard.
Manor.
Well, because he tells us the backyard used to be a golf course, which means he bought his estate is
bought
the
a-
former country club
And he just plopped a fucking house on it.
or something. Well, again, it's like an 1800. It's
gutted,
really like
he gutted the old the country club like building and
Well,
like
this is
refurbished it into a
this
house.
is pre-country club. This would have been like the first golf course, and like golf courses
I know,
when
this
you're
is
in
in the
Europe.
40s,
Well,
that's
golf
right.
courses in Europe were on like castle estates. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like
right.
this is like a private golf course. This isn't like owned by a country
Yeah,
club.
this is like in the 40s. I forgot.
So yeah, this is, but again, it was at one time a full golf course behind him, and he just turned it into a giant yard, a giant regular yard.
Apparently, with a giant, he turned the water hazard into a giant fish pond.
I
Because at
love
the
that.
end, he's
Yes,
like,
I know.
I gotta go feed the fish.
The only job he does himself.
It's a koi pond, right? You gotta take care of this.
Well, I know, but I'm saying he's got people that do all the.
No,
grass upkeep.
These are my koi fish. Yeah, I don't trust anybody else.
But yeah, he has the talk with Jimmy. He's like, "Yeah, I love grass. Grew up in a poor kid in New York City. Never saw.
I had a flower box with like one plant in it. Now look at me. I got a whole fucking park.
It's all mine.
It's all mine for me.
Those are
Like-
my in-laws."
like-
He starts yelling at him.
Poor old man trying to do some croquet or whatever the fuck he's doing.
It is definitely Gary Marshall doing what Gary Marshall does best.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He is hilarious. In the few minutes he gets to be on scene in the movie, he kills it. He's so funny.
He gets like maybe 10 minutes for the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, oh definitely. Yeah,
They're
between
all
now
great.
and the end, yeah.
They're
that's
all great.
Yeah. This was great, though. We do learn a lot about Jimmy Dugan in this little opening here with him. We find out that he is a drunk.
Yeah,
Not only is he a drunk, he is a problematic drunk.
He's hungover right now.
He managed a male team before
Yeah.
the war started.
And sold all their shit.
He was so drunk, he sold their shit for more booze money. You know what I mean? Like, that's like straight up some heroin addict shit.
He apologized.
But I mean, come on now, for booze money. The man did this for
like
money
he had a
for
morphine
booze.
addiction.
Yeah, right? No, for booze.
Hey, that old Kentucky Moon, man, you gotta get it.
This was so funny to me though. Like Mr. Harvey hits him with the so then you quit drinking. That's what you're telling me then, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. So
I definitely. He's
yeah,
like, that's great. I'm so glad to hear that.
You've changed your ways. Like, no, I just can't afford it.
Dude, this Jimmy is so different than the guy who we end with.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick
he's
here.
A huge, for the next 20 minutes, he's an asshole, dude. Like,
just a useless drunk up until about minute 45, right?
Had to be hard for Tom Hanks to do. He's such a nice dude. He's so jovial, so happy all the time.
You think he just showed up drunk?
How else did he pull it off, man?
Dude, there's that one movie where Al Pacino did it. He just got trashed before the scene.
Sin of a Woman?
I think so.
Hoo-ah?
Yeah, the hoo-ah!
Yeah, I could believe that, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, but it was so fun to watch this version of Tom Hanks. Like, Tom Hanks doesn't get to do this very often.
Yeah.
He is almost always just the nice guy, the tenderhearted.
He's,
like,
he's everybody's favorite dad.
Not here.
No, he's
Jimmy Dugan is definitely
a scumbag.
Jimmy Douchin.
Douchin, yes, I like
douche, man.
Hey, be nice. He's got a bum knee.
Yeah,
it was your own damn fault. You fucked your knee up. You fell out of a hotel.
Well, and that was one of the pointed out one of the key things too, right? Like, Jimmy is not supposed to be an old washed up player. He's supposed to be a young dude who just fucked his whole
career up. Yep.
And that's very key because Tom Hanks was young. He was not an older dude.
I fell out of a hotel window. The hotel was on fire. You set the fire, which I had to pay for, by the way. Yeah,
Again.
by the way, I meant to send you a thank you note for that.
And finally, he's like, look, I got a new job for you. Oh, yeah?
Ah, sweet. Hell
You're
yeah,
going to coach
man.
one of my female teams. Fuck that. What?
I'm not
Fuck
doing that shit.
Look, you just got to show up, wave your little hat.
Yeah, because you're still a name. You're Jimmy Dugan. Everybody remembers.
No, listen, when he said the wave your little hat, and then Jimmy says, maybe I'll get out there and do a little dance, too.
Give me an organ grinder. If your knees are up for it, go for it.
The way I couldn't tell if Mr. Harvey was serious because he's that separated from things, or if he was just like
being
really fucking laying in the fucking Jimmy. Either way, priceless.
I like to think he's just clueless rich guy. Like, yeah, whatever, if that'll work.
If you think you can do that. Yeah, no.
If your knees feel like they'll handle it.
It almost came across that way, dude. It's like
but
more
likely it was...
No, it was definitely
taking a shot.
Yeah.
But like, I like to think...
Because he's mad at him, because he's wasted a lot of money on him already.
I like to think he was just clueless rich guy. He's like, yeah, go for it.
Dude, it could go, though. Because he is supposed to be that kind of rich. Again, he has a golf course that he turned into a lawn. A regular old lawn.
With koi fish and the water hazard.
No, because again, like you said, that's how it ends. It ends with him being like, all right, well, I'm glad you agreed. I'm going to go take care of my koi fish over here.
It's the only job I trust to do myself.
Again, there's a whole ton. We saw the person trimming the hedges, and it's like, obviously he could pay someone else to do that. No, that man just wants to feed the fish.
Because they're huge. He got them. They were really small. Now they're like 3 feet fucking long. You ever seen those? Like the giant fucking koi fish.
We finally get our first game day.
Yes.
Is it not weird that we didn't get to see practice montage before first game day?
A little bit. I maybe even like team meetup, like
something. No,
all we got was like the tryout. Like you're a team.
Yeah, as far as we know, this is the first time they've all been together
in the room
since
together,
the tryout day, right? Like,
just show up for the game, no tryout, no practice.
But it is all the locker room full and a buzz about the news of who their coach is going to be.
It's Jimmy Dugan.
He was like the home run fucking winner back in the day.
I have his
my husband's card.
I hope he'll sign it.
sure hope.
Can
he'll
I
do
see
that
it?
for
Oh,
me.
be careful. George will come back from the Pacific if anything happens.
He'll kill me.
He'll kill me.
And this was the 40s.
Which implies he's a Marine because he's in the Pacific.
And this is the 40s. He might actually kill. I mean,
he might
it was a time where things...
Bitch! Slap!
It's a time where things like that, as much as it was a joke, could have
actually happened, and
most people barely would have batted
like,
an eye.
I mean, there's a couple times in this movie, like Evelyn and Doris, are like they're
I know
their men aren't very good.
No, definitely.
I feel bad for Evelyn.
Oh, definitely. No, she's the guy at the worst.
Yeah.
This was it was totally crazy. The hubbub in the fucking room. Jimmy finally walks in, drunk as can fucking
He doesn't
be.
Walk in. He falls in. He like he like almost falls headfirst through the door. Stumbles over to the urinal.
Straight to the pisser.
Tom Hanks gotta have a pee scene, right?
Well, this would have been what made you do it from now on, right?
Yeah,
This is the first
one.
This is 91. When did he do a pee scene before this one?
And the Green Mile after he gets healed.
That's way later.
Yeah, but that's like the best ones. Like
it.
after what's his name? John Coffey gives him the touch and he can just pee and it doesn't hurt. That's the best. He's just like,
Yeah, this pee was really good.
Nobody pees like Tom Hanks.
This was Penny Marshall. This is who we get to thank for it. Like, not only because she's the director, but because she was the one holding the hose.
She's off camera fucking
With
actually doing the peeing.
She's doing the peeing. Tom didn't know when it was stopping. The actresses didn't know when it was stopping. It was live recorded.
Is that
the
why
sound
there's that
effect
little
in.
pause?
Yes, and you see him surprised when it starts again.
Oh, I'm not done. All right.
It's because he didn't know and he had to live react to it starting again.
One take.
Well, even if it wasn't,
First
every
take.
time he just still didn't know.
Yeah,
Like, it was still a surprise.
I like to think one take.
Yeah, that it's a great gag, and I love that. And it is indeed like a minute long, which is not actually that long to pee. But when you think about a movie and how long like a minute feels like for you to sit there for it to be going on, you get the fun levity of the pee.
Ha ha ha! Oh goddamn!
And then he rips the card up, dude.
Dude, what an ass! Dude,
immediately just being the biggest dick of all dicks.
Because all she wanted was an autograph.
He could have just said no. Even.
No, just could have like pushed her away.
Like, I mean, the no still would have been outrageously dickheaded because you're coaching her team for the next several months. That still would have been a dickheaded
But he
move.
snatches
but
it.
But to rip it up.
And then throws it behind him and leaves.
Fuck that shit. The team is in an uproar because they're like, well, he can't coach us. Who's coaching us? Who's setting the lineup? We need someone to set the lineup. They freak out about the lineup. Dude, Dottie stands up to the fight. I got you. It's this easy. Boom, 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 boom. Doris. Okay, well,
I guess she knows what he's talking about.
It's so funny because Doris is usually the one calling her out, and then she always stands up to it, and Doris is like, well, fuck me again. Why you gotta be so perfect, Dottie?
Why you gotta be so good at stuff?
Doris is like Kit times. Like
they both a much louder version of Kit.
They're both just always like, Dottie, fuck.
Let me be awesome for a second.
They get outside and the crowd is laughing at them. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, dude. This is the
first game. I get it. Nobody knows what to expect.
It's all just a gimmick at this point. You're like, oh, look, the little girls want to play some baseball.
And they do. And again, the girls were right. Stepping out of that fucking dugout wearing that fucking
shorty
skirt
did
not help make it look like they were going out to really play some ball.
I mean, there's like a newsreel that doesn't fucking help. Where it's
I
like,
know.
they play baseball and make coffee. And don't forget to powder your nose.
I know that. We'll get to that. We're literally almost there. We got a few really funny things that I want to point out about this.
Is it
the opening?
The douchebag up on the dugout with pulls his knees up like a skirt and gets hit with the fucking ball?
No. Well, I mean, is that happened this time or is that the next time?
I think it happens this time. Yeah, because the dude's up there making fun of him. Girls can't play baseball.
But I want to talk about the fact that when she hits the ball, dude says they knocked the cream cheese out of it.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Is that
I don't know.
Was that an actual thing in the 40s?
Why is it always cheese? It's the hot, stinky cheddar. She knocks the cream cheese right out of a ball.
What is it? Entomology, like the study of language. Like
Why does
what's the
baseball
connection? Why is
connected with
baseball
cheese?
always cheese?
Jimmy though, the whole time scratched his nuts.
And just slept in the corner. Even though they win, they pull out like a full like a double here and pull out the win like 5-6 or something. Doesn't even flinch.
I mean, he didn't.
Those
care.
kids are sitting there trying to like get his attention for an autograph.
Yeah, dude. No, he did not care. Fucking right. Watch his
Lowenstein.
Lowenstein comes over and he tries to talk to him. Just nice. He wouldn't even try to be rude about it. He was at first he was just talking to him, and Jimmy was just being a dickhead. And he was like, "Yeah, you know, it was almost like that moment when you scratched your nuts for the entire 6th inning.
Well, I mean, if you want to do something right,
Make sure you do
make
it."
sure to do it. You know.
He rants because he was like, "Listen, all I'm saying is you should respect the players. They deserve more
I have
than
ball
that."
players. I don't have any ball players. I got a bunch of girls. Girls you take out after the game and hump. You don't coach them.
The shittiest fucking rant.
And then
in the
hawks
world,
his
dude.
fucking chew on Lowenstein's fucking feet. Give me my money. I know my job. I'm out here to wave my little hat, and I did that.
Yeah, dude. Back to what you're saying though, one of the best parts, the best highlight of that game was when
Pretty sure it was Ellen Sue.
it was Ellen Sue. It was definitely because like I mentioned it
Fucking
already.
beams that
She-
guy
from
with the fucking
second
ball.
baseline. Dude, like she was way out there.
Easily
Fucking
a
takes him down.
70-yard throw if I can cracks the guy.
It slipped.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
I
Like
didn't mean
Kit
to.
looks back at her and she goes, "It slipped."
I was trying to throw it to you. Like, you know, you get it caught on your fingernail.
This though is when it ends with the newsreel. We get a few things that are outrageous in the newsreel. We got girls playing from all over North America, even Canada. Well, yes, you chose to say North America, not the United States. So
Yeah. That implies
Canada would be implied to be included.
We don't claim them.
Well, certainly not in wartime.
We are North America. The Canadians are just Canadians.
Fucking let's not
I
even
love
get,
Canada.
let's not even get started about Mexico. Still North Americans.
No. They're south of us. So
They're above the central
but
line.
they're still south.
No, but South America is its own thing.
We are the we of the North.
You better stop. People are gonna clip you the wrong way.
Oh
dude.
no, they are. I'm sorry. I don't mean any of that. It's all in jest.
But yeah, you were right. After that, though, is when we get super problematic with the women's side of it. And it was set up, right? Like that's the worst part
Yeah.
about it. The makeup thing didn't really happen. Someone said, "I want you to do this," and you can even tell the girl who was holding the makeup for her to come up and put on. She was like, "Why the fuck am I here?
What the hell is happening?" And then poor Betty Spaghetti, she's like having to pour
No,
coffee.
No, it wasn't Betty Spaghetti.
Oh, wasn't?
No, someone else poured the coffee. I don't remember who it was. Betty Spaghetti was shown.
Oh,
knitting.
she's knitting.
Because they were like,
Yeah.
Betty Spaghetti. Well, they said Betty loves to cook spaghetti for her husband when he's home and the team now. They've nicknamed her Betty Spaghetti.
Like, no, they didn't. They're just being told to call her that now.
Yeah, someone was offensive to the Italian girl. The reporter was being offensive to the Italian girl.
Poor Marla. They show that she's just like a far away shot. She just kind of waves.
Now, look, the one thing that I'll apologize that I'll say is okay with is that I believe Betty could have been knitting in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
That one's because that was a pass. Well, you know, people.
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
waiting for your fucking turn at bat.
But the other two, the coffee. She did not make coffee for every ump and coach in the
third
fucking
base
field.
fucking coach isn't handing you a fucking pocket mirror so you can touch up your powder.
Those two were so contrived, fake, and set up.
That's what women do.
But that's not how you sell things.
No, but that's what rich people in the 40s thought women did.
All I'm saying is Lowenstein
Or should do.
All I'm saying is Lowenstein didn't sign off on that.
I guarantee it. That
Right?
was all. That was all
not
Harvey.
That's not a Lowenstein kind
No.
of fucking.
He's
message.
rolling his eyes the whole fucking time they're filming this shit. He's just like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? I have professional baseball players and they're treating them like fucking Hooters girls.
We got Ellen Sue. What a looker, right?
A little wink at the camera.
They close it out. Dottie, well, no, Marla Hooch was the last one.
Yeah.
You already said from the 25
So
feet
fucking
away.
so
mean.
mean.
But they when they hit the
Pretty
Dottie, the pretty Dottie, the girl next door. You know, like that's how they're selling her.
Yeah.
Like she's hot and she can really play a mean game of ball.
Hands off, boys. She's married. Maybe
Yeah.
throw in her husband's off at war. Maybe like really reinforce she should fuck with her.
And there's her kid sister.
Single as can be.
Like I said,
It was kind of nice. She does have apparently enough spunk for 100 Hollywood starlets.
well, you get what I'm saying. They really, you see where kids.
She's always lesser than Dottie. Just
well,
like
and especially in
the
a
most,
moment like that.
Yeah,
like,
just like the most subtle fucking way possible. You just be like, yeah, here's Dottie and this bitch.
and Dottie's sister.
Check her out. I mean, she's kind of cute.
No name.
She's kind of
Like
cute.
she said herself
alright.
earlier. It's always Dottie, Dottie's sister.
Look at her.
No name.
She's over there.
Just Dottie's sister.
She's there. Like, she's all right.
It was
Personally, I'd take Lori Petty over Gina Davis.
It is what it is. So, this is great. This is when we get Evelyn coming up to to still drunken, not reformed,
Doesn't
not a
even, like-
better guy yet at all. Jimmy Dugan.
I
and
love this
saying,
because she's like, I'm Evelyn. She's like, I play center field
for your team.
for us.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's literally like trying to like make him look like we're wearing the same colors.
See, check it out. Like, it says.
This is the same
See,
as
you have that patch there,
mine's is the same as yours.
right? And then you immediately feel bad for her.
Well, no, this is crazy because he's listening to all of it like he doesn't understand English, right? Like the
Yeah,
facial
just,
reactions
who is-
he's making is like,
What?
I don't understand. And then as soon as she's done, he's just
¿Qué
like,
como?
as soon as she's done, he's like, ball players. I've got ball players.
All she wants is to know if she can bring her kid on the road trips.
Well, and to not be beat by her husband, because
that is
clearly
the
that's
definite
what's gonna
implication.
happen.
If she doesn't, he's gonna beat the fuck out of her.
The kind
if
of
she doesn't take this
yes,
kid,
the kind of worry that she had in the year that this took place.
why is that?
100%. That's why she was so worried.
Why isn't her husband off at war?
He's probably a
Pussy.
raging alcoholic like
Pussy.
Jimmy, who sprained his
Suck it
ankle.
up.
Well, Jimmy couldn't suck it up.
He has a bad knee.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that her husband's the same. He fucked himself up while drunk, just like Jimmy did. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
but I like Jimmy.
I get
and
it.
fuck Evelyn's husband.
I
His
get
ass
it.
should have fucking went to fucking war
But
and
what I'm-
ate a fucking Japanese
I'm
bayonet
trying to
like
get you
poor
to-
Betty's
I'm trying to get you
wife
to
or
understand
husband.
that you can like people and not like people, and they can have the same circumstances, Bo.
No. I want the world to be fair because this is movies and it's not real.
But this is a movie that's trying to be real, to the point that they're trying to make you forget that this isn't any kind of real history.
That like nobody actually in this movie exists.
Well, not even that none of these people exist, but that none of this happened this way. Like, again, like, this isn't at Wrigley Field. This is at Harvey Field. Like,
chocolate's better than gum.
well, that's true.
That's the whole reason.
Oh, but I'm just saying, like, you
Fuck
know what I mean?
Wrigley, what'd
We
they have?
could-
Bazooka
we
Joe?
could have done fictitious teams, but still, like, everything else real. No, they went, like, fake everything.
They really did, though.
We might as well have had, like,
Jimmy Dugan, even.
right?
That's
Like,
not a-
that's none of that's
not
real.
a real
No, not a real.
name.
Well,
That's
not,
not even a real
guy, not a
person
real
name.
Yeah, none of
Name. Oh wait, never mind. I actually know it.
There are Dugans.
It's Duggan. It's not Dugan.
But yeah.
It's Jim Duggan. God damn it! It's
Star Trek.
different.
Star Trek.
No, he's a wrestler.
There's
Heyo.
but there's a Dugan in Star Trek somewhere.
That's James doing. It's doing.
No, there's a Dugan too.
Oh, is
I can't
there?
remember. It's not one of. It's not the. I'm not original series. It's
Oh, okay.
something else. This is obscure. I'd have to look it up and find out. It's
So
just one of those
we'll
things
do
that
that
stuck
later.
with me. Yeah, it's just
We'll
one of
do
those
that
things
later.
that stuck with me, and not spelled like this. It's spelled like it's spelled where you would definitely know it has to be said Dugan.
Thought you meant Scotty because
No,
James, Jim.
Yeah, no. I know my Star Trek better
Where the
than
fuck
to do
are
that.
we at? Even what's happening? We went so off topic.
Stillwell Angel.
Stillwell. That's right.
That Evelyn was coming up to ask about
He's gonna-
Stillwell.
everybody.
And then
will
she
love
finally
him.
just says, okay, even though he never said that it was okay. She just kind of said, well, okay, good. I'm bringing him.
I love cuts like this in movies where they're like, no, it's going to be fine.
Everybody will love him.
He's
on
a
the
sweetheart.
bus. Fucking straight up. Damien
Tries to kill
Antichrist,
everybody.
eyes over the bus driver, screaming down the seats.
Tries to fucking kill everyone. 5 seconds in, he covers the driver's eyes and is laughing hysterically about it.
Covered in chocolate.
I don't blame the driver at all for just fucking off and being like, "Fuck this kid."
No,
I'm
he's
leaving.
straight up. He stops the bus, dead stop. People like fucking little Stillwell
Yeah,
himself
he went
slapped
flying,
into the
dude.
floor, dude. The all of the girls fucking fly forward. None of them understand what's happening. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm done." He walks off the bus. The chaperone chasing after him. Wait! You can't do this to us. You gotta come
Takes a
back.
handful of dirt and just throws it at your face.
Was that not wild?
I was like, Jesus, dude, what the fuck?
In the 40s, like a man doing that to a woman, you know.
Did we
shit
really
was-
treat women this
Stop.
way?
It was a totally crazy move from the bus driver's part to like.
She just takes it too. She just kind of walks back to the bus, got shit all over her face, wakes Dugan up. Jimmy.
Dude, this was insane. He was so drunk. So drunk.
Hey, baby.
He then takes another swig to wash out the taste of kissing her.
Because he screams when he realizes who it is.
And then starts...
Which is a little mean. She ain't that bad.
Then starts driving the bus.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue. I was like,
He's
wait.
drunk.
He's gonna drive? He just was passed out.
And he's never... I mean, again, like, you need, like, a Class B license
you
or
need,
some
different.
shit.
There's classes you
Yes.
have to take.
This man just said, I'm sober enough to drive...
Few shots of bourbon, let's go. I'll get these bitches to the game.
All the while, the girls are plotting sneaking out that night.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go to a
Can we-
roadhouse.
Can we point out, they plotted doing that at a point when Jimmy was still passed out, no bus driver. I was like, how do
How?
they even know they're going to be somewhere
Yeah.
to go do this later?
We're hours away from wherever the
that's-
fuck you
that's
think
the
you're
most
going.
wishful thinking
It's not like-
ever.
It's not like
They've
they
never seen-
Googled it.
well-
It's like they're like
Well, and they
cool hot spots in wherever the fuck we're going.
well, and they've never seen Jimmy drive, so they didn't know if that was actually
Yeah.
going to happen.
As far as they're concerned, we're stuck here.
Can we also admit that that means that that bus driver had some balls? They're in the middle of nowhere. And he said, I'd rather take my chances with the farmland I'm in.
What we don't know about that driver, he's ex, Foreign Legion, right? Like he was in the French Foreign Legion. He's a hard motherfucker. Served in World War One, marched through Africa. He's a hard sumbitch.
Luckily, Jimmy does get them to the
Magically,
hotel.
without killing anyone, drunk as fuck, drives them wherever the fuck they're going.
To the hotel for the night. When we get to the hotel, first thing we see, they have to call a doctor for their chaperone.
Miss Cuthbert is puking her fucking guts out.
The doctor literally, I've never seen someone throw up that much and still be alive.
Jesus Christ, May, what'd you give her? I don't know. Is she gonna die? Maybe.
So she probably gave her Ipecac. She's like
Yeah.
overdid it, right? Like
Yeah,
she's like
just gave her
like,
way
all
too
you need is
much.
a little bit, and she gave her like a ton, right? Luckily though, the extra Ipecac definitely helped get them the chance to make it out, right?
Yep.
Gave them the chance to have enough time. Nobody was paying attention. All them bitches sneak out. Dottie is like, I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna stay. I don't want to do anything fun because I'm a lame ass.
This was the funnest party scene ever,
Dude, this
dude.
was
Like the
great.
swing music.
We have a whole fucking dance, fucking
the vibe
number.
going on. Madonna finally showing off why she's even here.
Yeah,
because she can
was here for
dance,
this dance
right?
number.
Yeah. Well, because if not,
Super cool though. I love it.
yeah, no, the swing dancing going on is dope. The part where she like pretends to pass out and the dude catches her and like
Yeah,
is swinging her like she's dead weight, like the whole thing,
doing
It's
the
so
whole
good.
like
Yeah.
flipping her through his legs and all that weird shit.
I absolutely love it, dude. It is really good.
But eventually, party goes too long, and I guess Dottie had to go after everybody.
Well, it's not that the party went too long. It's that for some reason, Lowenstein was showing up to the hotel. She like because that's what she said. She was
Yeah, I
like,
feel like there's a scene missing here.
I don't. I just think it's since the chaperone was sick, dude. It's
Oh,
100%
yeah, that's right.
like Lowenstein proved that he's not an idiot, and so when he heard a chaperone was sick, I think he was like,
I gotta go check.
I should probably go.
I could go check the bars. Something wild's happening.
There's probably that's a little weird, right? Like that's all I think. Or maybe multiple team. Like again, since we know there are only 4 teams, like 2, like
those South Bend motherfuckers have
well,
already done this shit. They've gotten in
maybe
trouble.
it was like one of the few times where they were at the 2 towns closest to each other playing or something dumb. You know what I mean? Like there's some reason why Lowenstein got personally involved this time. But yeah, he's showing up, and so she had to leave the hotel to give everybody a heads up.
She like, I want to see her like how she got the ride with this horny ass teenager.
Teenager, whatever. That kid's 12. Why was he driving?
I don't know, but he's like, hey baby, how about we hop in the back and you make a man out of me?
You're like, I don't beat the shit out of you or whatever.
Why can't we do both?
Horny ass.
Why are you
kid.
kinky bastard?
Horny little.
It's like,
kid.
it's fine. You can slap the shit out of me as long as you touch it.
Then we get to see her go inside, and we see that everybody is partnered up by this point.
Yep.
We see little bits of it through the little montage of a scene. We saw Doris has her fan club.
Dude, she does. She
The
got
two
these
guys.
2 nerdy dudes that
They
are all about her.
Yeah, dude. Then we see that Kit has herself a man for sure. May's got the dude that she's been dancing with. That she's got like everybody's all partnered
Nice
up.
corporal,
right?
Got the little stripes on him.
Everybody's all partnered up, and so we literally have to see Dottie like make her rounds around the
Like,
room.
look,
like
we gotta get the fuck out of here.
And when she thinks she's finally got everybody, she's like,
Where's
"Is that
Marla?
everyone?
Did
Marla come with you guys?
Yeah, we brought her. She's over.
You don't
the
hear
whole
her?
yeah,
exactly.
The whole time in the background, you've been hearing some lady singing.
Never would have guessed it was her. God, what a voice!
It
Dude.
was
She's
good.
belting it out.
It was
It's
good in the beginning, but then they draw attention to her, and it's like it gets worse somehow. It was good when they weren't paying attention.
Marla,
to
what
her.
are you doing?
I'm singing to my
baby.
baby Nelson. And all right, baby. Yes, right. I'll take her home. It'll be an honor. Good the fuck for her.
And already, the appearance she had on stage, she already looked better.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yep. Because they
What'd you guys do for her?
Yeah, gave her a dress and some liquor.
Well, no, we just gave her a dress and lots of booze. The pause was perfect.
And lots of liquor. A little Dutch courage, straight to the brain. It's all you need.
Everybody gets everybody to run out. Kit's man, half a shirt on,
like pining. Like no, don't go. You think
So
that's Frank?
crazy. I don't know.
Or like at the end of the movie.
Headcanon,
Yeah, me
he's
too.
Frank.
In my head, that's Frank from the end of the movie that she marries. He went chasing after her after this night. He's like, I just can't stop thinking about her. Oh, that's a whole nother movie. Can we get that movie? Hollywood, help me out.
I can't believe that Dottie was okay with letting Nelson take Marla home because
I was a little surprised about it.
What if they were doing a head count?
He seemed like a really nice guy, though.
No, I'm not saying because I don't trust Nelson with Marla. I'm saying because the whole point was to make sure nobody got kicked off the league.
Fucking Lowenstein's just like, we're missing somebody.
Right? And then
Where the
Marla
fuck
just
she
is.
at?
That's my point. I'm like the whole point here was, and she's the one who loved baseball. She thought she needed it more than any of these girls.
Yeah.
Even more than Kit, who gave the speech about it. Like Marla needed it.
That's right.
So it was a little crazy that she just instantly went along with like, it's okay, Marla. This stranger.
It's
can take
totally
you home.
fine. I assume he was right behind them.
I hope so. I hope
guess.
so, dude. That's what I'm saying.
They stole off for a quickie. You know they did.
Then we
got
get
15 minutes. It'll be fine.
Well, then we get the briefest of all jokes. The next day at confession.
Oh yeah,
It's dude that it's such a short
the
scene.
priest keeps dropping. Like, how many times have he dropped that book? What'd you tell him? Everything.
The little boys in the front. Did you
Right.
see them like laughing at
I can hear what you're saying. Holy
the priest
shit.
fucking walking out, dude?
Sweating, dude. Fucking just like, God, I regret them
Again,
vows,
the
buddy.
reason I say it's like the most like short it's such a weird like plugged in little joke scene is because it was nighttime at the club, right? It's morning time for confession because that's when confession takes place.
Between 5 and 6.
Then it's Jimmy Dugan smashing balls at the park at night.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's weird.
Couldn't we have just put Jimmy Dugan smashing balls at the park while they were drunk out the night before?
I'm gonna call that just a small editing error.
It's
I feel like those scenes should have been swapped.
Oh, they definitely should have been swapped. Because
Yeah.
again, it was nighttime. It should have been he's drunk doing this, they're drunk doing
their
that.
shit, and then we go to the
No.
confessional.
Nope.
It's all right. He's smashing them, but like, oh, now you hit like a fucking girl too. That's why you shouldn't try and bat drunk, Jimmy.
That's right. After the night, him smashing the balls after hours, it's almost like they showed us that, like, him getting the anger out that he's been having.
Kind of
right?
helped.
Because the next day is when we see him finally not so drunk. He's still drunk.
He's still
You can
drunk,
tell.
but he's not so drunk he can't pay attention.
He's not so drunk
passed
he's passed out, right? Like, he's drunk, but he's sober enough that he's actually watching the game, and he's kind of watching and he sees Dottie making calls, and he's like, that's not the right call.
No. Wait, she's our power hitter. Why are you telling her to bunt?
I love that.
What's the signal for swing away?
She tells
Go on,
him.
girl.
No, she tells him the part, and then he's like, okay.
I poke myself in the eye, shove my finger up my nose.
And then finally he stopped.
I always hated that when I was in baseball. Like the third base coach was always the worst about it. He'd be over there and he'd start doing weird they'd never tell you what they meant. They just start doing shit, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, it was a wild back and forth between him and Dottie.
Poor Marla, she just keeps stepping in and out of the fucking the batter's box and stuff. Like, I don't know what to do. What the fuck is happening?
And so yeah, it's just at this point though we finally see he's finally up for real ball, right?
Yeah.
And he watches. This is one of our montage scenes of some ball going on, and we see him. He's actually kind of like
Engaged more,
and
like,
he's
hey,
impressed.
I might have an
well,
actual
he's impressed.
team.
He's like, they really do play ball.
I might actually have some ball players here.
Cut to the most awkward moment on the bus ever. Milky. Why? May. What are you having her read?
What does it matter? She's reading, isn't
I
she?
agree with May. I agree with
I
May.
do too. I love it after she realizes like she's kind of reading a dirty book. She's like, May looks at her and is like, no, keep going. It gets better. The milk boy shows up in a minute.
Then we get to see this is the bus trip where we learn a whole bunch of shit, right? We see Evelyn, she's writing the song.
Yeah.
The song, like the one that comes back
Yeah,
throughout the rest of the movie. Yeah,
the
we'll save it.
American
We'll
whatever
sing
the
it together. We'll save it. We don't got to do it right now. She's not even finished with it yet. She's just writing it. She started it.
She's got a ukulele even.
But so we see that. This is when we get to see Doris's boyfriend in the picture. What's that? Is it blurry?
No, it's just how he looks.
The way everybody reacted when she said that. What does that even mean?
Why are you with that guy? It's like, I don't fucking know. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck him.
Well, no, that's what I hate. That's not what actually
happened.
happens, though. She actually says some nice shit about him at first. She's like, he was better than those other guys. He was the first guy that didn't care that I wasn't like that. He was the first guy that didn't think I needed to be like that. She said nice shit about him. And then she just goes, fuck him, no. And I was like, no, fuck everybody else. That guy was good.
I mean, she's got the two cute nerd fan club now.
I understand.
She's upgraded.
I understand, but technically she said nothing but really nice things about the guy before ripping his picture up.
Fuck Charlie and his Neanderthal face.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, she was like, Charlie was the guy that didn't care that I wasn't girly. Charlie was the guy that didn't care that I wanted to play baseball. He thought it was okay. He didn't think I was weird.
But he looks like Sloth.
I understand. But technically, doesn't that make her the bad person, not Charlie?
Yeah, fuck it.
Charlie was the one that looked past those things about her and said, I love you anyway.
Fuck Charlie for not being better looking, all right? I'm making money now. I got an image to maintain. I can't have some fucking Neanderthal boyfriend.
Oh man, dude. It was truly a really crazy moment on the bus. You're just like, what in the fuck just happened here, man? Because she rips that picture up, tosses it out the window. She is done, dude. Next day, we see Jimmy. seeming even better.
Yeah,
right?
he's
every time we
fully
see him,
engaged in the game this time.
every time we see him from this point on, he gets a little bit better and a little bit better. He still backslides. Again, he's fully engaged. He is all about the game.
Yeah.
Maybe too much for the amount of drunk he still is.
He forgot they were girls.
Evelyn comes in, she fucks up. And again, this fuck up, not her fault. This was just like a normal game playing moment. And he starts yelling at her. And then she starts to cry.
What are you doing? Are you crying? Are you crying?
Yeah. No, I love the... yes?
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball. She's crying.
The umpire. I love the umpire. Exactly. He tries to convince the umpire.
She's crying, sir.
Well, this is the moment that I'm going to have to remind you, Mr. Dugan, that you should be treating every one of these players like you would your own mother. Players?
Has anybody ever told you that you look like a giant penis in a little hat?
So we get, like I said, we get the backslide. Double so, because again, the anger, one backslide. Yep. The referring to them like they're not ball players at this point, even though he's been full on board with them. A little bit of a secondary.
Just girls.
That's what he did again. He did
just girls.
They're not players. They're just some
this
females.
Is all just a gimmick.
They're just some females.
Females.
It's not. It's not a great look on his part, dude. It's
the umpire goes to kick him out. He's like, no, you can't kick me out. And it's bad when your own team is like, yeah,
totally
there you
on
go.
board.
No, that's where you belong. Fucking Rosie like kicks at him and shit. Get the fuck in the.
Well, because again, we're too early on in the change, right? We're too early on in the change from him.
Right now, it's just okay. I've remembered that I like baseball.
This is when we get the announcer with my favorite line of being like, all right, guys, if you can hear me on the radio, then you should come out.
Oh, yeah, when the arena's like empty.
He's like, and if you can hear me, well, then you'd have to be close enough to come out because there's
not a lot of strong radio stations, so come on down.
Walk across the street.
Literally only got enough power for like 5 miles.
Like, walk across the street and come see the game. Because
Charlie, I'm talking to you.
Right?
I know you're at the pharmacy right now.
I absolutely loved it, dude. It's so good. Again, though, this is what raises us to know that Lowenstein is having some problems, right?
Attendance is an issue.
Attendance is an issue everywhere, not just here. Because they make it seem at first like this is like a smaller field. Maybe that's why it's low. Because the guy mentions low power. Yeah, it's not.
But apparently it's...
No, this is even at the bigger fields.
Yeah, every team is having an issue.
Even at Harvey Field. Wrigley. Harvey. Even at that field owned by the
Candyman's field.
Right?
The Candyman's field.
And so he's like, he's got to go break the news to the girls. Like, look, ladies, if we don't have some big publicity, some crazy shit.
I mean, I've got a reporter from Life magazine here. I need something.
I'm pushing you,
or
Dottie.
We're all gonna fucking have to go home.
This was great, dude. I'm pushing you, Dottie.
Why?
Because you're our poster child. You're our queen of diamonds. Everybody is upset, especially Kit.
Did you mention me?
Of course I did.
We mentioned that she wouldn't go without her kid sister, and that's such an inspiring story as she dragged you along out of obscurity.
The other players even looked at him like, you did not tell them to say that.
That's seriously not what you're doing, is it?
That's a dumb move, but dumb move.
And then fucking May almost makes you fucking cry because she's like, look, you can't shut us the fuck down, dude. I'm not going back to taxi dancing with sloppy gin-covered dudes sweating on me. I'm not doing that shit.
Dude, I wanted... No, because she's almost in tears. Yeah. I wanted to cry. It's bad.
She doesn't want to be a stripper anymore. I fucking get it.
And so they all pull together. They say, fuck this shit.
We're going to start... Dottie does the first, big thing.
Well...
She does the split catch.
And so then... Well, and it was a boring game before she did it. Like, the announcer was falling asleep as he's like, it's a 2-0 and...
Nothing's really... we've all seen that game.
Right? And then, yeah, she pulls the splits catch. Perfect publicity stunt.
Fucking Life magazine guy gets the picture.
And it was, it's like, again, it was movie, but I mean, you get what I mean. It was perfect. Like, there was the dust blow around her, and when it settled, you see her.
Perfect.
In the
she
splits.
catches it, and she looks so pretty somehow.
But then the rest of the girls, it's like, it was just for the montage. We don't know how many games it goes across, but it's literally like they saw her and were like, oh, that's what we need to do? Now I get it.
We're going to turn, fucking Duke is just like, it's a fucking circus. Jesus. My favorite's May. She's like, what if, like, at a critical moment of the game, my uniform malfunctioned and my bosom pops out?
You think there are people who haven't seen your bosom?
Shut up. I think it's a great idea. I say we explore it.
We get the Ellen Sue impressing the military guys with her beauty queen, right?
Yeah.
She's like, every time they got him in the crowd, blowing kisses and pulling them out.
I gotta catch a foul ball, win a kiss. That was something.
We see a couple during the montages. You can see the weirdest way they set up the evolution of Jimmy getting a little bit more serious. The pencil behind the ear. You can't be a guy who's unserious if you got a pencil behind your ear. You're the most. I was like, what's he writing?
The ultimate symbol of professionalism. Pencil behind the ear.
And so I guess he was writing down their stats live during the game.
Yeah, that's another out for Betty Spaghetti.
This did roll into another one of the newsreel transitions for us with like the pitching and the this was their heyday. They're really starting to show off.
Which I want to point out, like, most of those pictures were of Kit, if you paid attention.
Yes.
Of her, like, pitching. She struck out so-and-so, no hit. She did 2 no-hitters, if you pay attention.
I'm telling you, maybe she is a better player than what we
It's all
thought.
in her fucking head, and she had no reason to have a mental breakdown at the end of the movie.
Or she was right that she is better, and everybody keeps both. The lack of you wanting to admit that maybe she's right, that Dottie gets credit that she doesn't deserve, is crazy. You're feeding into Kit's problem, Bo.
I feed the evil in the darkness.
Well, because that time you even said it, you were like, that she's right, that she's really good, but you were like, you couldn't even admit that she's really good means that Dottie's not as good. You were like, yeah, she's really good, and she just has a problem admitting that she's...
Everybody has weird motivations in this movie.
Oh no, I mean, I agree that she shouldn't be trying to address herself by what her sister does, 100%. But it doesn't change the fact that Dottie gets credit when she doesn't necessarily need it. Because the newsreel is not Dottie. It's Kit. At best, we can see that Dottie is maybe in the paper because she's got the name. She's got the Queen of Diamonds.
Yeah,
name.
that's it. It's like right at the very end they mentioned Dottie. It's like she's the very last bit of the newsreel. Said
Lowenstein's the one that's pushing Dottie. I don't think anybody else is. He's the one that thought that's what was going to be the push. Is what the movie kind of shows.
She's pretty. She's prettier.
Well, she was.
I personally don't think so.
No, in real life, Lori Petty looks better. In this movie, half of the scenes with Kit, they really try to dirt her up.
No, especially in the black and white, like the newsreel, they do this weird, like, raccoon eye makeup to her.
I know.
They do her dirty in the fucking newsreels.
I'm trying to separate the real life and the character here. In the character, they definitely try to set up that she looks
about
rough.
it. Don't do that to my girl.
Yeah, this is it was a fun little montage of games and girls showing off and showcasing, catching in the hat, right?
I know, it was a good one.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that a few times.
It's so much fun, dude. It's so much fun.
Hundreds of takes. That's really hard to do.
What else do we see? Doris's fan club shows up at one point, right? They're out in the crowd.
They got the little flowers and shit. Are they brothers? They look really similar. They're just gonna share her.
They're not brothers. They're just 2 dudes.
It's the
just
glasses.
2 friends.
They just make them look similar.
In the middle of these montages, we got our black female player showing up. When she wasn't a player. Our black female should have been a player.
Yeah, I wanted. Where was like the scene of like Dottie and them like trying to be like, no, we should have her on the team. Do you see how far she threw that fucking ball?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. It's just a drive home that it was a segregated league. Yeah, still.
At the time,
even though the men's baseball wasn't,
female leagues were still segregated at the time.
Bullshit.
I'm just saying that's what it was there for. Again, this was a lot of fun. There was just a lot of montage going on, right? This was probably like a 15 minutes worth of like a montage. Then they'd give you like what you thought was going to stop the montage into more montage. It was
Doesn't
so
Marla
much.
get married in the middle of this montage?
No, Marla
too?
gets married in the middle of the montage. We get the weird there's the hot dog cat. There's so much
there's
shit
so much
going
shit in
on,
the
dude. That's
middle
what I'm
of this
saying.
montage.
This is one of the longest ones that it's just like, well, it's not even, again, there are real scenes that happen, like the wedding, but they just get lost in the middle of all of the montages that are happening. This is when the movie, I guess that makes it a good baseball movie. You can't separate the scenes from the baseball.
Yeah,
happening.
I guess.
I don't know. But yeah,
Dottie and Jim exchange chew in this
yes,
scene
they exchange
too.
exactly.
That's
the
a good
chew.
spit. That was a good one. I saw that. It was really good.
Again, lots of fun. Sounded good. Yeah, sounded good.
Yeah, it was good.
Sounded good.
Had nice to it.
But so it was very crazy. It was a very crazy thing. All kinds of fun and
Baseball.
I guess what they needed.
Yeah.
Right? I guess that was successful.
Yeah, they're like
the
because
publicity stunt
the
was done
stadium
well,
keeps
right?
getting more and more full.
So they did their jobs. They did their jobs well. We see another night on the bus. This is the almost too close.
Oh
from
yeah, the
Jim
awkward.
and Dot. Yeah. They're talking. She shows the picture of Bob, and then he almost he almost gets weirdly pushy,
Yeah,
but not like. But this is the closest he dances.
yeah. This is the closest to a romance scene in the movie.
But it's
It's like it gives up halfway through. It's like we're not gonna do.
And
that.
well, and again, they shouldn't. And
no,
I'm glad they
this
didn't.
movie does not need it.
Well, and it wouldn't have played right.
No,
because
it
doesn't
absolutely
play
would
as
not
a
have.
hero moment when you steal a war hero's woman when he's overseas.
The only way you can do that is if he dies. You have to kill that
Or
guy.
he was actually a bad guy, but we
Yeah, or
heard nothing
like,
but
but
good
we
things
realized, like,
about
he's
Bob.
not.
Bob's a good dude.
Bob's a good dude.
So yeah, this is one of those things where I'm glad this played out the way it did. I'm glad that they pushed for it to not be, because the studio wanted there to be fucked up love
No, they
interest.
always do shit like that. They wanted to make Schwarzenegger and the chicken Predator have like a love scene.
That's weird.
Right, in Predator, it's like, oh, we're just gonna stop running from the monster and fucking this bush real quick.
But yeah, this was a lot better. This was the fully sets up. No, we have a friendship, right?
Yes.
Like he almost crosses a line and he catches. Like it was just a conversation. Like, but he caught himself saying the almost creepy thing and was like,
Oh wait, no, that's not right.
"That's
I'm
not
gonna
right.
do
I
that."
need to stop that. It's time for you want a drink? I feel uncomfortable about what I just said. We should have
I'm
a
gonna
drink."
have a drink.
And this was the she cures his alcoholism
With
moment.
a Coca-Cola.
He goes to take a sip of booze and she just goes,
Ah,
"Why don't you just take a sip of one of these instead?" I'm telling you, really hits the spot.
so good. It's just what I needed.
That's it. We've never seen Jimmy.
My problem with that was
Jimmy
is
never takes a drink again in the movie.
right before she hands him the Coke, she pulls it up and he's like, "What are you doing? These don't mix." I'm like, you've clearly been drinking whiskey this whole time.
You don't know that. Maybe it's vodka, dude.
No, definitely whiskey. He seems like a whiskey man. That definitely mixes with the Coke.
At the time, you could have definitely gotten stronger proofed vodka.
Probably would have been gin, really, in the 40s.
It would have been whatever you could have got as strongest proof of. Since he was supposed to be that kind of alcoholic. He was 100% supposed to be that guy who just wanted to get
gin
wasted.
I got from my cousin.
Well, this was the 40s, not Prohibition.
That's true, yeah.
So he probably wasn't getting his cousin's gin. I hope.
I mean, he was on hard times.
He
in
was
the
broke.
beginning.
He was
In
broke.
the beginning of this movie, he probably was getting the
I'm not saying he would have been
bathtub gin.
He wouldn't have been too good for it.
The handing him a Coke, and that was our
Magic.
fix for everything was
But you know,
crazy.
that's the cure for alcoholism. It's just a nice Coke.
Well, it wasn't only
It's got to be in a bottle, though.
it wasn't even the cure for alcoholism. It was also the cure apparently for them trying to have a romantic moment. Like she pulled
shuts
out
it
the Coke, and it was like a reminder to him, like, hey, by the way,
Bitch is married.
we're not doing this.
We're not doing
okay?
this shit.
Like, you even made the almost questionable call
Didn't
about
you,
the relationship right now.
Didn't you tell me there was like an alternate version of this they filmed even where they did have him?
And so, yeah, we were just...
No, fuck that. That doesn't work. We don't need it.
And Tom Hanks does this beautifully because I buy it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think any other actor would have played that as well as, like, he does. Like,
No,
I
probably
totally...
played it as like kind of pining after her after this point, right?
Barely
else?
even that. Like, it's almost just even more like he was like, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should just be this better person because I should be this better person, not because I thought I was getting something out of it.
Any other actor would have played it fucking wrong.
Oh, yeah. No, they would have played it more like, oh, yeah. And he is just like, I need to be a better person.
It's like, I just need to be a better dude.
Yeah, regardless of the outcome.
Hey, later on, man, during the prayer, he hooks up with some waitress, so
It's all good.
hell yeah.
This, though, leads us to one of our big games, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
The one where Kit's just not
she's not pitching good. She's losing everything she's got. Tom sees it. Oh, Dugan sees it. Let's get back into people.
Character name, Jimmy Dugan.
Dugan sees it. I did notice that they even have Batgirls. Did you notice?
I saw that.
The Batgirl, and she's full in uniform. I was like, I've never noticed that before.
She just hangs out, sits in a little chair.
Right? I was like, okay, that's a nice, smooth little touch in the background.
Bats clean.
But during that, he is like, we need to pull her out of the game.
He looks at Dottie. He's like, what do you think? She's like, I don't know. She's badly. He's like, no.
At first she defends. At first she
What do
literally
you
defends.
think?
Stop.
I
dancing.
want an assistant coach answer, not a sister answer.
Well,
God
he
damn
was like,
it.
stop dancing around it. Because she
Yeah.
never even said like she was good. She was like dancing around it. She was like, well, she seems like she's good, but she's had a little bit of this. And she's like, no. I want a definitive answer. Yes or no.
Yeah, I pull her. She's throwing grapefruits. Which I thought was funny. Grapefruits.
Yeah, dude.
Never
Betty
heard that
Spaghetti.
one.
Betty Spaghetti is our backup, ready to go in.
Which they did not put that over at all throughout
No.
the movie that she was the backup pitcher.
Well, and she only does it this time. Next
Yeah,
time it's Ellen.
yeah,
but
it's
it's because
Ellen.
Betty. There's a reason.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah, we're coming up to some sad.
Oh, now that I think about it, did we ever even see her again after that point?
No, well, we also never saw Marla again after the wedding.
Yeah, it's true.
They slide girls away just like nothing. Like we're not even supposed to notice. Yeah, so this game though was really big. They clinched the game. Everything seems like it's going good, right? Like we feel good about this. We even see Mr. Harvey's in the stands.
Yeah, he's like, because Mr. Lowenstein is like,
He's
see,
talking it up. He's like, yeah, look at
how
this.
good we're
Everybody
doing.
loves
Let
this.
me take over the league. It'll be fine.
No, this is even before they take over the league, because at first this is the conversation where Lowenstein thinks Harvey's just good.
Yeah.
It's the end of the conversation where he says, "Let me take over," when he knows it's bad. Like
yeah,
the
because
beginning of the conversation,
the war's going our way. We're probably not going to need this anymore.
it's gonna stop. And he says, "Well, let me take it over instead of stopping it."
No,
I don't know about all
fine.
that. Like everybody wants to back out. But yeah, at the very beginning of the conversation was completely different. Lowenstein was like,
I love
"We're
these girls."
Lowenstein was like, "It's great. Everything's good. Like,
Look at all these
listen to the
people.
crowd."
I'm covered in peanuts.
Then Harvey hit him with exactly. Harvey hit him with that's not it. We're not keeping this. But there's going to be men. Why would we don't need women.
So Lowenstein's just like, oh, so we told all these women it's their patriotic duty to get out of the kitchen and go to work. Sorry, Rosie, put your rivet down and go back to the kitchen.
That, dude, like dude, it hits you,
Because
right?
we all know the picture, the chick with the fucking rocking the guns, right?
Roosevelt himself said, "Men's baseball will not shut down." You know what I mean? Like that whole scene was just,
despite the fact that is factually
Yeah,
true.
it's still garbage.
Yeah, it's like,
such
fuck
a
you.
trash
Like,
scene.
There's a niche for this. We could make money.
Lowenstein is not happy. He can't fucking stand this moment. It is awful. He is ready. He's ready to do whatever he can to try to fucking fix this, right? The only problem is after all of this shit went down, Dottie and Kit get into it. Like full on the field.
Yeah, her
rolling.
and fucking Doris are having a fucking fight.
Well, and it's all because it started with Dottie.
Yeah.
And Doris walked it. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, the fight, I'll
If
give
Doris
you...
hadn't said anything, it would have been an issue.
Well, no, there still would have been a fight. It just wouldn't have been the brawl, right? Because, again, the fight was already going. The fight was Dottie and Kit.
Yeah. You pulled me out of the game. I can't
Doris
believe you didn't
just
back
came
me
over
up.
and made a fucking backhanded
Smart-ass
smart-ass
comment.
comment at the wrong time, right? So that's what I'm saying. There would have been a fight no matter what. There wouldn't have been a brawl had Doris not walked up.
Right.
Doris is what caused there to be a full-on, like, brawl.
Biggest issue is it's right in front of the reporters.
It's in front of
Like, they're
everybody,
taking pictures. You know this shit ended up on the fucking front page.
I think Jimmy should have grabbed Doris, not Kit.
Yeah.
Doris was the instigator.
It was, yeah.
Like, you know, you can tell when you should and shouldn't egg a situation on. You could tell the heat of that situation was not a time to come in like Doris did.
Doris was small, or not Doris, but Kit was smaller. He could actually throw her
I
over
get
his
it.
shoulder and get her
And that's
into
what we
the
see.
shower.
Over the shoulder, tosses her in, fucking ass hard on the fucking...
He looked at the situation, went, well, I'm not picking Doris up, so...
Fucking cold showered her ass, dude. Cold showered her ass. Dottie says, fuck this. If this is the way it is, I'm going to have to leave.
I'm going to leave. I'm causing too much of an issue for my sister.
Literally, like, she's not told anybody yet. This is a personal. We can see it on her face. She's made the decision. Everybody else is out of the fucking locker room. Lowenstein shows up.
Fucking Kit's, like, second or third Marsha the scene.
And literally, Lowenstein's just like, this is not the time for you to tell me something like that.
I'm in a bit of a bind here, and I kind of need you.
He never tells her direct. He should have just been very direct.
Yeah, he
and
really
told her what was
should've.
going on.
Like, look,
'Cause
we're going
I've-
to lose everything.
Like, again, as much as we see Dottie, and we've already made light of the fact that she seems very flippant and doesn't care about this, if he would have been honest with her, I feel like she would have been like, okay, you're right. For the girls,
yeah,
I'll do what you need.
because if you quit, we kind of lose the whole league.
But he never says that.
No, he doesn't. He's just like, we'll trade, we'll like trade her off. It'll be fine.
No,
You're like,
no,
it's it.
not her. He says you. He tells her you. Because that's why she said okay. It's important because the next thing that happens is he trades Kit. And literally Dottie got pissed because Dottie said, I told him to trade me. He said,
Yeah, but like how
he told her, I'll trade
she
you.
shouldn't have believed him. Kit makes a good point. Like, oh yeah, they're really gonna trade you.
No, but I agree. I agree with her because here's my thing to you. Were we ever told that the Rockford Peaches were the star team?
No, not the star team, but she's the best player in the league, though. They've
So then
mentioned
she
that.
can be the best player in the league on any team. Why would it matter which?
Well, yeah, Lowenstein doesn't
Lowenstein
own the Rockford Peaches. He owns he's
He
in
doesn't
charge of
own
like
anything.
the whole thing.
technically right now he doesn't own anything.
Yeah.
He is an employee of a guy who owns a team.
He's like over the whole league, right? So it wouldn't really matter where she worked.
So that's
as
my
long as
point to
she
you.
worked.
That's my point to you. The Rockford Peaches were not the star
Yeah,
team.
so he easily could have
He
traded.
could have traded her
Yeah,
and
it's
it not
totally
been an
fine.
issue.
Is there a scene where Dugan
Nope,
was like,
no,
fuck
no,
you, I'm
no,
not,
nope,
don't take
no,
my
it's
Starburst
literally-
from me.
It's just one of those things we just have to go with. He could have easily done exactly what
Plot
was
hole.
asked.
Worst movie ever.
Well, it's not even a plot hole.
I'm
It's just
kidding.
that literally he could have done what was asked of him.
Yeah.
And he just didn't. Like a dickhead. Causes the last Marsha scene.
The most justified one, really. She
Well,
fucking
I feel
she
like they're all a
smashes
little
the fucking
justified.
window, dude.
They're all a little justified. But yeah, this one was the one where it was totally like she didn't need to be traded. None of this needed to happen. It's the right before the playoffs.
Yep.
Come on now. Again, the playoffs that make no sense when you have 4 teams. Isn't everybody part of the playoffs?
We don't.
Because if
fine.
everybody wasn't part of them, wouldn't you just already be at the World
There's only
Series?
There's like 2 players for the playoffs, and the other 2 teams didn't make it.
But yeah, so it was a crazy time. Dottie though, she says she gets pissed. Essentially, what happens here is
She gets pissed at Kit's reaction and says, "Well, fuck that then. I'm staying in spite of you."
Yeah.
Right? Like tell me that's
Pretty
not how that
much.
scene plays. Like she was
I'll see you in the World Series.
right. She was ready to go, and then Kit was like, "I'll double down," and says, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you." Right? Like it was totally one of those type of moments.
If I wrote the scene, that's how it goes. It's just they're just standing in a room like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
fuck me, fuck you,
Go fuck yourself. You fuck you, man.
Right, like that's how it's literally almost how it, I mean, there are real words, but
Yeah.
that's the vibe of the scene is 100% just that. And so now we have these teams separated. They've been together this whole time.
It's kind of sad, actually.
Oh, it's extremely
like the way it is.
sad.
Like we're making fun of it, but in the movie, it's like, oh, I mean, if you guys would just kind of talk to each other, you could fucking actually work this out.
This was great. We see the song for the first time.
Oh, in the
Ellen
locker room,
Sue
Ellen's
singing it.
Yeah.
Again, Evelyn's song, but Ellen Sue sings it for the first time here. Batters up, heed your call. It's time. I'm done. For one
We've got
and all.
Canadians and
Yeah.
Irish ones and Swedes.
It's a great
We're
song.
the All-American Baseball Female League, or whatever
No
the fuck
females.
it is.
We're the All-American League. We come from cities near and far. We've got Canadians, Irish ones, and Swedes. Again, I can do all of it.
It's a
We don't
ca-
need to.
It's a catchy little tune, but you could tell somebody just wrote it.
Oh yeah. This was such a heartwarming little. The team is pulling together moment.
They're all having a little sing along.
What interrupts this? We talked about
The worst.
we talked about emotions before.
The worst telegram guy ever.
He comes in. I've got news.
I don't have the name. I really wish they would fucking like do better at the War Department telling people their husbands are dead.
But no, they didn't tell.
I'm gonna have to go. I'll be back. I'm gonna have to go check this. You know, just like, 'cause dude, what the
Jimmy
fuck?
Dugan showing he's finally made the full change because now he's full protector, right?
Yeah, just give me the telegram, man.
I
No,
gotta go back.
Just give me.
He was gonna kick this dude's ass.
He snatches it and just pushes him out the fucking door. Like, get the fuck out of here, you insensitive prick.
They deserve better than this.
I would have beat the shit out of this fucking guy.
Every one of them that what's funny is the movie talks about what we see happen right here earlier.
Yeah,
But we have no
telegram
point of
thing.
reference for
Yeah.
it. Like again, like unless you just know wartime stuff, you have no point of reference for what they were trying to say. This scene was so the emotions, dude. Like the looks on all the players as he's walking
Yeah, 'cause
past
there's
them.
like 4 or 5 girls who have husbands who are in the army or whatever.
The fact that as he walks past some of them, you see them run out of the room
oh,
in
thank
hysterics.
God it's not me.
The look on Dottie and Betty's faces as it has to clearly be one of them.
Yeah, because they're like right next to each other, and Betty's just like looking over at Dottie, like, hand it to her, please, fucking hand it to her.
No. Poor Betty Spaghetti.
Poor George. Her Marine has fallen.
I know this is horrible to say, but all my thought was, I guess the baseball card isn't so important anymore.
If anything, Jimmy should feel really fucking bad. He's like, oh man, I shouldn't have.
He
ripped that
should, but
shit
she
up."
shouldn't. No, no.
Yeah. Jimmy's like later that night drinking. He's like, man, I should have signed that fucking card. I am a dick.
As if this couldn't have been crazy enough that this is what just happened. Like she felt the weight of it and she was like, I thought it was my husband. We cut to that night. She's in the room. Again, still emotional, still
Yeah.
feeling,
Yeah,
reeling
like,
from
oh,
the
it easily
situation.
could have been me.
And Bob shows up. This was the most like movie
Random as
moment
fuck.
of movie moments
Yeah.
ever, dude. Like
There
that's
he
not
is.
real. Bob just happened like
Low shot too. Pans up from the foot. The little like cane comes in. It pans up to his face, and it's like, it's Bob. Bill Pullman.
it's so random. It's so crazy. It's just so unbelievable, right? Like
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, it's Bill Pullman. What the fuck are you doing
well,
here?
well, again, even just like not even like the Bill Pullman of it, the Bob of it. Like
Yeah,
just
it's
seeing, like 2 seconds ago,
Immediately after, it's
after
like,
she thought it was you show
don't
up.
worry, you're fine. We immediately
Betty lost her husband. Your husband's home, safe, okay.
Poor Betty. You think Betty was super pissed the next day when she woke up and Bob was fucking home?
It's so not right.
Because he just shows up at like the hostel thing that they're staying at.
It's bad, dude. But so then we get to see.
That's why we don't see Betty ever again. She's she's at the end of the movie. Never mind.
We don't see young Betty ever again.
Yeah, that's
there
true.
You go.
Well, I was gonna say she went home and killed herself. So,
but yeah,
ruined my joke.
At this point, though, we see that Dottie is like, okay, well, now that Bob's here, I'm done. I'm gonna go home. Even though they've now officially, after Kit left, apparently we just didn't get to see the rest of the playoffs, but now we know they're in the World Series, and it's gonna be against Kit's team. But she's like, I don't even care.
But like you said, there's 4 teams, so they would.
Again,
they would obviously all be in the World Series. They just keep playing each
the
other.
World Series would still just be the 2, but the playoffs would have been all of them
because
that's all it would have. It's all it could be. But yeah, so now we're at the World Series. It's just the 2 teams, but the one's down a dot. Well, I guess technically, if you really want to look at the picture, the Rockford is now down Dottie and Kit.
They didn't replace. They're 2 star players.
And they didn't replace them.
And their power hitter, because we never
Marla
seen
never
Marla
came
fucking
back.
again.
And Betty's gone. They're down to 12. Is that even? You need 13.
Do you have
right?
a full team? No, they wouldn't have a full team. You'd have to forfeit. They shouldn't even be allowed to play.
Let's get past that. But yeah, it doesn't really at all add up at all. Well, it only works because Dottie does show back up.
Yeah, there we go.
But that's not until the last. Either way, they go through all the games. We're down. Let's just skip past that. We get to the clinch.
It's another
hitter.
montage.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of games.
It's the last 2 teams in the World
and we
Series.
see a lot of Kit doing some Kit shit, being like showing off, being like never should have got rid of me.
We get more General Hammond too.
Yes, because he's coaching. Yeah, because he's coaching. He's finally coaching someone that we get to know. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But now we're down to the nitty gritty.
Yep.
We're at the
Final
last
game.
We get to see the scalper out front. We got Doris's dad showing up, gonna buy her a big steak dinner
at the end. I'm like, fuck yeah, buddy.
And to top it all off, Dottie shows back up.
Magically?
Doesn't tell anybody.
From nowhere, she's just warming up. Ellen Sue as the catcher just pops. Yeah, I hear you. Why are you yelling at me? What the fuck are you doing here?
I love that even for my favorite part is that for a split second they had Dugan pretend like he wasn't going to put her in.
Right.
Like, I mean, we couldn't. I mean, Alice has been playing and this and that. And then finally he just, I mean, I guess it's you're here and you're already dressed. I mean, it would be wrong of us to not let you go ahead and play.
And besides, they cut over to poor Alice. What the fuck was her name?
Alice,
the other bitch.
Alice.
She is beat to shit. She is like got cuts and bruises all fucking over her. And she's just like, please don't make me be catcher anymore.
So then we get our final game. Another big montage. Again, like we already said, this movie, a lot of montages.
It's like 4 or 5.
Big baseball montages. And they're good. We're not trying to downplay
they
it.
work.
But there's not, I mean, you saw we got lost while we were trying to tell you all the things that happen in a montage. So we can't just go back to that. So we're just going to say, big game, lots of cool stuff, but we get down to the last inning and it matters, right?
Yeah.
Like Rockford's up by 2. Racine needs to really fucking pull it out, right?
Yeah.
That's what we got.
Like Kit's having a nervous breakdown because she kind of fucked it up and her sister got a hit on her and everybody on base and stuff, but like they managed to squeak that last out at.
Yep,
like,
got it just barely,
just
dude.
Crying in the fucking dugout.
Because it was like that
fine.
last play could have been a grand slam.
It
dude.
really could.
It could have been, and that would have closed out that game, dude, for sure.
But they still got a chance, right?
Yeah, they really can pull this through.
Fucking. Next up to fucking, let's skip to
it.
Yeah,
we'll do.
Kit's the final.
We don't even get to see all of that
Yeah.
inning. We just know that they get to where 1 inning's up. We're down to where if Kit can fucking pull this out, there's nobody else on base. Kit's that's what's insane. In the park home run, right?
Right,
like,
infield homer, dude. That's what she pulls off here.
Which is crazy. So we get we get everything. We get the tense moment. She's fucking swinging at the ball. She shouldn't be.
The high fastballs from the beginning of the movie.
It's literally what Dottie told fucking Ellen Sue to throw. She was like,
she can't help it. She'll go for it every time. You
even see fucking Don Davis in the background.
Don't. He says,
wait for him to be here.
wait for him to be here.
We said that in the beginning. She really should. She has such a small strike zone because
if she would
she's
only
so
swing at
tiny.
her strike zone, then she would get walked on the base every time. But now, in all fairness, that wouldn't have helped right now.
no, they wouldn't
They
have won. It
needed
just would
this
have
run.
drug the inning out.
They needed her to make it across the plate.
She takes a chop at one. Another is high, and I want to add she kind of
She did chop it down.
yeah. It should have went
she
straight
did
at
what
the.
physics would say this swing could never have produced the
Should have
hit.
went down, but it somehow manages to hit a fly pop up out to the fucking
Out to
center.
the edge. It
Yeah.
literally smacks the edge of the feet, like it's the fence, right? It hits the
Super
fence.
close to being a homer.
But it wasn't in the field. She's running. They're trying to get her out.
They throw the ball to Dottie. She's covering the base, and Kit just spears the absolute dog shit out of her.
And we've
Boom.
seen this train move once before from
Yeah.
another Racine player.
yeah,
and
and
Dottie
Dottie took
hands
it
it.
and just ate it like it was nothing.
This time, boom, ball
She threw the
Drops.
fight.
out of
She
hand.
threw it. She threw the match.
I don't know. This is when I was.
That's how I feel.
But this is when I question to you. You've already even pointed out Kit was a really good ball player. The news really did focus on how good she did. Is it that, or is it that again?
See, this is the problem, like, because it
It's-
depends on the scene how Gina Davis is playing it. In the scene where she takes the hit from Kit, it legitimately feels like she threw the fight or the game because, well, her sister's obviously having a mental breakdown because, like, oh no, I suck.
I agree. But I'm saying, like, technically,
But 2 seconds before this
Yes.
scene,
we don't know.
fuck that bitch, throw the high
I
balls
don't know.
and screw her.
So I have no idea. But either way, doesn't matter. Racine wins. Rockford loses.
Just kind of a bummer.
It is
really.
because we've been following
Like them the whole
Rockford.
time. Like you want them to win.
That's our team. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't know
fucking-
anybody on Racine, but goddamn it, I know Betty Spaghetti.
Yeah,
I know
and-
Marla Hooch.
Honestly, Kit's kind of annoyed me the whole fucking movie with her Marsha bullshit. So
Even if it is justified.
even if it is, I'm tired of hearing of it. I get it. You are better than everybody thinks you are.
Oh, but that was our end there. We get a little bit of wrap up moments from everybody, but really that's it. The past is the past at this point. They have their
Jim
moment.
Duggan finally actually meets
Bob,
and he's like, "Oh,
you
you're-
really are a stand up
you-
dude.
You
Okay,
are
okay.
actually a real person. Cool.
We probably could be friends. All right. Okay.
I like to think they were.
Yeah. After that, definitely.
Yeah, they came over for like. New
but they
Year's
are
and
still
shit.
going to go back to Oregon. She is done. She's not coming back. Kit says, I and a bunch of the other girls, we're going to move here and we're just going to wait until the next season.
Yeah, we get
Oh,
jobs.
Fingers
and-
crossed. You know what I'm saying?
And like, I mean, works out. They get to play
Yeah,
until
well,
like the 50s.
As far as we know.
At
Exactly.
least
Everything's
10
good.
years.
We end the flashback with the buses loaded and the girls singing the song again.
Yep.
Batters up. Close it out. Back to
Irish
present.
ones and Swedes.
Back to present day. Fucking Dottie's standing there, still dazed and confused,
She
staring
had this
at
whole. Do you think she was standing there for
Oh.
like a full like hour and a half?
I want to say like
just-
one whole game that was being
yeah,
played out there.
Totally, she's just standing there off.
Well, the
staring
reason
into
I'll even tell
space.
you that it makes sense that it was one whole game is because when it all started, we saw old Doris and May playing.
yeah,
And
they
when
were
we
just
cut
like,
to this, they're not in the game. They
Yep.
are off to the
she
side.
legitimately 9 innings just stood
there
there and
watching,
spaced.
and literally at some point, either Doris or May saw the woman and was like, "I think that's her," and waited till the game was over to walk to the other person and said, "Hey."
Hey, check it out.
I think that's
Dottie.
And then we get the scene that we see where they're like, "Check, let me see."
Let me see. Throws the
Throws
ball. And she just
catches
it bare hand.
Again, crazier than what happened the first time. Because the first time, at least, they were talking to Dottie.
Yeah.
She knew something was flying at her. This time, they
Out of
weren't
nowhere, she
talking
wasn't
to
even
her.
looking. She was still spaced out, and she's just like, "Oh, ball."
We're
Cool.
lucky that 80-year-old woman didn't just take a ball to the
Straight
face.
to the dome, bleeding. The movie ends with Dottie's crying. She's like, "Oh,
But
why?"
so now we get to end with this full happy montage. Everybody that we've seen along the way coming together. Doris is there. May is there. Marla Hooch is there. Ellen Sue. Like everybody is there.
Ellen
We're all
Sue
so
married
happy.
a plastic surgeon,
Yeah, of
so she
course
like
she-
looks
no,
the
they're like,
same.
of course you did.
That's what I said. I was in my notes. I was like, "Of course you did."
Again, it's so fun. We get this nice little wrap up moment. We get to go into the museum because that's what we're really all
Hall of
there
Fame.
for.
they've got all their pictures.
when we get
and
to the
shit.
museum, we get to see the older Ernie Papadios just looking so funny with the giant cigar hanging out of his mouth.
He just hasn't lit it yet. It's a
I
new
fucking
one.
love it, dude. And then we get
He does look like an old John Lovitz,
He
though,
does. It could
doesn't he?
work.
It's like perfect.
we see the she walks past the Jimmy Dugan Memorial because he passed away in '87, a few years before this. But it was
sad.
nice to see that they still
had him in
commemorated
there.
him in there. Yeah,
Mentioned his like actual baseball
it
career.
was nice touch, right? And then we get one of my favorites as she's walking away from the Jimmy Dugan thing is when she walks up and a dude walks up to her and goes, "Dottie, do you recognize me?" She again, the look on that woman's face is totally like,
I know, don't know who the
this
fuck
is
you
a
are.
woman in baseball thing. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
why the
who
fuck
you
are you here?
You seem too young to be someone I would have known. And he goes, "You're gonna lose."
Stillwell
Well,
Angel.
God damn it, dude! I love that his name is not Angel.
It's
The-
Stillwell Angel. Like,
Well,
every
it's not,
time.
well, no, but Angel's not even part of his name. Like that was just like a cutesy nickname that Evelyn did. But literally in the movie, you almost never hear it. Not Stillwell Angel,
Right.
in that exact cadence. Stillwell Angel.
Unless it's Jimmy. Jimmy's just
No.
like, Stillwell, get him away from the tape.
Dude,
What is he doing?
He ate the lineup.
Best part of the movie is
Yeah.
when he chucks the glove at the kid and busts him in the face.
Yeah, so I absolutely love that. Like I already mentioned earlier, that is the guy from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He stole
the
Pee-wee's bike.
bike.
He stole Pee-wee's
There's
bike,
a
and then he
Dottie
pissed
in
off a
that
bunch of
movie,
kids.
too.
He stole a bunch of candy. This kid has a weird history going on. I'm telling you right now. It's a fun way to end it. Again, we're having such a fun time seeing all these people get together, and then we have the we don't know what's about to happen flashback moment, right?
Yeah.
Kit finally shows up. She's got her whole family.
Fucking
She's looking at all the stuff she
giant
sees.
family.
No, I love this. She sees the cutout of herself, and she's like, "Look at that!
Yeah, that's me.
so." But again, like we're having that moment where, because we're following as the viewer, we're following Dottie, and so like we see them for a split second, but then it cuts back to her, and she's like, she's looking at her sister from across the room, and then Kit looks at her from across the room, and there is this moment of tension, where like
They're just gonna charge
like
each other.
right?
Fuck you, you fucking
Well, again,
bitch.
almost like implying that they've not spoke since that
Yeah.
day. Even though the beginning of the movie tells
Dottie
us,
runs, does a drop kick straight to her face.
well, the beginning of the movie tells us that they've seen each other, because literally Dottie's daughter
Frank,
said,
yeah,
like,
Frank
Frank,
is always nice.
he's
to
been
you.
always been good to you, right? Like again, like
Every Christmas he buys you a present.
it's so weird that they imply that they would be uncomfortable, but we know they've spoken
Yeah.
to each other. We know it.
There's a few continuity
Yeah, yeah.
problems in this movie, but it's
It's
fine.
more. Again, we're not here for that. We're here for the baseball.
Yes.
The baseball was good.
There are other movie podcasts that'll tear apart the plot.
Yeah, we're not here
Poke
for that.
every
Like we
fucking
already
hole
said, we love
imaginable.
movies.
Yeah, we like movies. We don't care if
Yeah.
stupid shit happens.
But so that's basically where it wraps up. They all have their beautiful
have a big
moment. They have
hug, and it's
families together. They look at the last couple of things. We cut
Standing
the
in-
ribbon officially to
Yep.
open up the museum while everybody's standing there.
It's
Credits.
Mr. Lowenstein
It
still
is.
fucking alive, even
And-
though
and
he
that-
was
well,
by far the
They weren't
oldest
gonna let
person.
him cut it at first, right? Like that was the thing. They weren't gonna let him cut it, and then it was Doris, right? Doris was. It was again.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Old Doris. Wait. This wouldn't be right if it wasn't Mr. Lowenstein. I mean, you did so much for us all
He
these
really
years.
did, though.
Yeah, it was good. Well, again, like we said, he starts off like a guy you think you're gonna hate, but then he
Yeah,
he
no,
cares more for those women than
beginning of the
anybody.
movie, I thought he was gonna be an asshole.
Best character evolution.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I was like,
100%.
oh, I'm most surprising. I was like,
Yeah.
I expected you to be the dickhead owner, always meddling, causing problems.
But now that the movie's over, we do have one thing. Again, like Bo mentioned this earlier, and I mentioned it. It's like 9 minutes worth of credits or more, because we go like credits with a little bit of like dedication to the actual real thing.
Yeah.
And then it stops completely. No credits rolling, nothing at all, just video footage of the actual women from the real league
Playing
playing
baseball.
baseball.
And it is so fun. Again, I love that they stop it. I love that there are no like they could have rolled credits over top of the game.
No, it's like we're just gonna watch
it's
the
just
chicks play
game.
baseball.
And it ends with the coolest fucking
best.
thing ever, dude.
I love this.
You couldn't have scripted it better than to
There's
have this happen.
This giant
Lady.
fucking old lady. She's head and shoulders taller than the umpire. He calls a strike. She turns around. She's like, "What do you mean that was a strike? That was lower on the inside."
She starts kicking dirt on his shoes.
So fucking good, dude.
Like again, if you watch the movie and you think it's finished and you haven't heard or seen what we just told you about,
go watch the credits.
Then
It's
go back
awesome
and watch
just
again.
for that lady chewing this ump out. It's great. She's like 60.
And it's real.
Yes.
This is not fake. This
They
was
were just
100%.
rolling the cameras, letting them play.
The
right?
museum was actually open.
Yeah,
or something,
like
they were just taping a memorial game that
we're
was
gonna have
playing.
a scrimmage, right?
Something. It was beautiful.
Absolutely fucking fabulous.
Whole thing closes out to one of the worst Madonna songs
my
ever.
God.
It's not even a bad song. It's just like the worst Madonna song.
It's
right.
so
Like
lame. It's a lame song.
It's a poetry song.
Yeah.
Right. It's not her. for
No.
sure.
Yeah. It's quit it.
This
didn't need to be in this
the era
movie.
of sex books and other things.
This is what we're going out with.
This was a weird choice for her.
No time to say goodbye. Like really,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna end with.
This used to be my playground. This used to be my playground.
The rhyme meter fits.
But yeah, guys, great movie. We had a lot of fun.
It was. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I was trepidatious going in because like I remembered 8-year-old me.
Bo said to me, I'm gonna tell everybody that I said we should do A League of Their Own. I told him the reason why, but his first words to me as soon as I said that was, "Oh, a girl baseball movie," and I just had to stop him and go, "A baseball movie." As the whole point of the movie is that we should stop saying a girl baseball movie and just say a baseball movie.
Girls, you're girly and you're pink.
Well, again, I'm not trying. I think it was perfect that you said it because it was the perfect educational moment since you hadn't watched it since you were a kid for me to be like, no. But there is the point of the movie is exactly what you just said. That's why we should watch it. And it does a really good job to prove these girls play ball.
No,
these
they
girls
really
are not
do.
here to pussyfoot around.
Did we mention
We skipped over this bruise.
Did we skip over the bruise?
We did. We mentioned it a couple times, but not
That's
when
a
it happened.
real fucking
That is
bruise.
a real bruise.
These
Yeah,
bitches actually played ball.
Most
for this
of what you
movie.
see in the movie really happened. These people really did these things. They really got hurt. They played ball.
Like Lowenstein says, they played with broken fingers and sprained ankles.
Some of the montages were literally like Penny Marshall had them play like scrimmage games when she would have the teams together on a field. And so like some of the montages are just that. They're not like scripted moments. They're moments she caught of these people actually playing baseball together.
Fuck yeah.
It's good. Again, way better of a baseball movie than a lot of people give it credit for.
This is way better than Bull Durham, fucking
Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner baseball movies got nothing on.
Yeah, any Kevin Costner baseball movie is bullshit compared to this.
Well, again,
one.
like even if in your head all you could remember, like Bo, was like the girl baseball movie, I want to be the one to remind you, Tom Hanks. John Lovitz, dude. John Lovitz being fucking
Gary Marshall,
great,
fucking
dude.
being
all of them, dude. This movie is great, dude. It has and again the
9 out of 10, totally recommend.
Yeah, athleticism is there. Definitely lives up to our low pitch here, dude. I got a little bit.
You got a little more for me?
You can top yourself off a little bit. I know you like to have a little bit of a sip before.
There we go. That's fine.
Before finishing everything off here for us. Yes, low pitch hazy IPA, Hi-Wire. You damn well did it again. We
have we had a bad one from them?
No, we have not.
Awesome.
Because remember they did the Strongman that we did Hercules in New York with.
That was a good one.
So yeah, we've had nothing but good with Hi-Wire, which is great because we were gonna have 2 more. We don't know when that's happening, guys, but it's gonna be sometime during the summer, during baseball season.
During baseball season, yeah.
They've got 2 more pitch.
They got
So
2
we're gonna
more
do
pitches.
more.
We got 2 more movies.
We might find some other companies to do some more with, but we definitely have at least 2 more, and they will be Hi-Wire. Look for those in the future. But this was good. I like this. I am definitely glad that I'm not
I like
piss poor
this-
drunk like we were after the double
I
high
was gonna
pitch.
say I was like the last one was stronger, but I kind of like this.
This
one
is
better.
nicer. I like this.
one
I like
better.
being able to be completely in control of my
Right?
faculties a little bit better.
Don't have to be worried about driving home now.
Yeah, this was good. We had a lot of fun. Before we finish up, Bo, what are we doing next time?
Next time, you want me to do just the beer? Or you want me to do all of it?
You can do all of it.
I'll do all of it.
Because this is a wild one,
this
and it was definitely your idea. First,
This was my idea because it made me laugh.
so go for it. Yeah, you
First,
hit
I'm
'em.
going to do the beer, which is Absolum. It's the name of the hookah
Or Absalom or
Absalom?
something like that. I don't
the
know.
hookah smoking caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, everybody's favorite stoner. And we're gonna do Adventures in Wonderland.
This is our first time doing a TV show.
Our first TV show. I completely
We've
180'd
said this
ya.
from day one that we would also do TV shows. We never
I
did,
honestly expected it to be some kind of Star Trek
or something.
or something.
And we never knew how we would do it. And so what we should go ahead and tell
And
them.
it's gonna be
We're going to do the first 2 episodes. So like essentially like the pilot. Like
the
these
pilot
are the it's
and the
more-
actual first.
like the idea
episode.
of what they really thought this
Yeah.
would be coming through.
And I like that idea. We'll just do the first 2 episodes.
And maybe from now on, if
Yeah,
we
I
do
like
want to
that.
do a show, that's how we do it.
I like that. But Adventures in Wonderland, 90s Alice in Wonderland TV show,
Disney Channel
if
original?
You're all right, if you're our age,
Yeah, if you're a millennial, you
Yeah, you
probably
totally know
already
what I'm talking
And if you
about.
don't, you should do some research.
you should. It's on Disney Plus. But
On that though, we are done. You want to hit him with anything before we finish up here, Bo?
I miss baseball. I kind of want to play again. Gracefully and grandly.